Have you done your rants?
Rant's done.
Rant's done. Can we get to the card trick, please?
Speeding, that's one of your questions, isn't it? You're going to take one of these off.
Go on, Barrett.
But not that one.
Not.
and have a look at that and then show Russ that he's not cheating.
Yeah.
And just remember that. What I'd normally do is I get you to sign it at this point when I pop that inside. Do you remember what your card was?
Yep.
What was it?
8 of spades.
Eight of spades.
Yep.
That comes back up to top. If we just do this and then just pop that in there like so, snap my fingers, comes back up to top.
What the fuck? That's amazing.
So 8 of spades. Let's see. So 2 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Changes to your 8.
I love that.
And then let's see.
I'm trying to watch it to see if I can figure out the hand movements, but I can't.
And then if you just poke it in there for me.
Poke.
Out on the side.
Just go in there.
Yeah, and snap your fingers and it comes to the top. No? Okay, you know it's nice off here instead.
That's in his mouth. That's really clever.
That's very clever.
Yeah, that's impressed me more than I thought it would.
We're gasoline junkies, chasing the spark, laughing in the fast lane, tearing up the dark. If you've got a ride, come tell us your tale. On this podcast highway, we'll never derail.
In my car, just set it to 71 and just poodle along.
What is it? Is it like 10% of tolerance? Can you do 77 or not?
I think they said 73, don't they?
Do they? I thought it's like 10%, so I always sort of
I don't
stick it
want
at
to find out
75.
anymore.
Yeah.
As you probably figured out, I've had enough points in my life to. I don't want. I've now got a clean license. I've had a clean license of December last year.
Right.
So I don't want to get any more.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, and then them courses are punishment, and 4 hours of that.
I quite like them.
Oh, they do it online now, don't they?
Yeah, no, the ones I've been to where I've had to go to
I've had to
places
go
and
to
do
it.
them. I really like them, but because it makes you realise how brainy you are.
Yeah.
Because there's some thick as shit.
We might have to get a bigger room.
Well, no, honestly, you think.
Smartest person in speed awareness.
No, it really
practice.
shows you people who are fucking thick as shit.
Does it?
What side of the road do you drive on?
Right.
No way.
No, seriously.
I done one, and I just thought it was 4 hours of my life I'm never going to get back. So I thought, fuck, I'm doing that again.
Oh no, I thought it was. I mean,
I've heard that they do it online now, and if you look away from the camera, they're like, oh no, just look at me, and all that. I don't know if that's
because
true.
you can look at your phone.
I might just get caught and just do one.
Just Taylor Copper like they did last time.
Shall I? Fucking hell, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, can I just get you to just bounce a little bit forward? That's it. That's fine.
All right.
I don't trust these walls.
Right, everything is
No,
on.
I've got to see what
Everything's on
I've
this week.
still got a bad
Everything
back.
is on, yeah.
Chris is never going to live that down.
I forgot to put record on the mics.
Oh, right.
They talked for about 10 minutes. Went,
I'm glad you actually told us that.
yeah, so like that.
So we haven't done a podcast for a month exactly, isn't it?
Is it?
Lewis was the last one we done.
Okay.
Yeah, so we might be a little bit out of touch.
Yeah.
And we've been saying
So
the
I've
last.
watched enough of them. I'll be able to give you a
Okay,
cues.
you'll be able to tell us.
Right, you're supposed to say this now, Russ.
And if you see us drifting off, it's because we've got like little prompts everywhere.
Cool. No, I've got. I had to write some notes. I had to because I didn't want to forget to.
No, I think it's
all right.
brilliant. I think it actually works better when they write notes.
Yeah.
So,
No, good.
Right.
we're all good to go?
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3.
Chris does a clap, and then I'll introduce it this week because you stole the limelight from me the other day.
Did I?
And this week's one, not that you're going to watch it, but in this week's one you did.
He's had a month of this. Just holding
Welcome
it all
to
in.
Gasoline Junkies. I'm Russell, and this is Barry.
I'm Barry, but I'm going to get the on with you if you keep saying that.
And today we're joined by
I'm Cole.
Cole. Nice to meet you, Cole. Obviously, I've met you before because you're a friend
Go
of the
back a bit.
family. Yeah, we go back a while. Could you tell us what's in your garage and what you've turned up in today?
So I've got my 1.9 TDI Golf that I bought from new in 2002. Still got it. 108,000 miles. Just had its MOT. So it's 24 years in there. So I'm going to hopefully keep it for at least 25.
Yeah, Chris is brainy. It's 108,000 miles.
You can do the maths on that. Yeah.
Over 25 years.
It's about 4,500 a year.
That's really good going, isn't it?
But some years have literally, I've done like 1,000 miles. I know 3 years on the bounce. They're literally 12 or 18 miles in between.
Right.
Literally, I don't know, I must have done the same journey for the whole year. Obviously got used to another car as well with my partner. And So I've had that from new. I've got a T25 Westphalia camper that we run around in. But love that. That's that's 1983. No. So that's tax and MOT exempt now, which I'm chuffed about.
See, he's bought his little toy.
Got my little toy.
Is exactly the same
model.
Is it?
Yeah, I used to find that online, so I nabbed it.
Same colour?
It's exactly the same. There's a funny story about when I bought that. Well, we'll get to that maybe when we go through the list, actually. But when I got that, because I had a T4 before that you remember.
Yeah.
And then, well, I'll tell you now, Abby, she wanted, it was because it was just, I bought a T4 that was, when the congestion charge come in, and all these old motors, all these old works vehicles and that, it was just too expensive for them. So they were just getting shot of them, knocking them out at £1,000 a pot, 1,500 quid. And all these companies were buying them up and then turning them into like surf buses and that, and, lowering them a bit, fat wheels on, all the rest of it. So this was literally an old dog of a T4, although they're bulletproof anyway. Done a couple of 203,000 miles, I think I picked it up at. But I had a mate who worked for the van centre, and I told him, he went, "No, just get it, mate." He said they're bulletproof, just get it. It was a 2.5 litre.
I've had that before as well.
Yeah. It was a 2.5 litre automatic, and he said, "Oh, the only thing, the automatic, the box might go." And I said, "Well, it kind of suits me really, so I'm just going to get it." I went down to that was Guildford to get that. Done the phone calls, it's a long way to go. Negotiated the money, had all the chat, looked at the photographs, looked fantastic. Of course, you get there. Fucking end, is it?
Oh, really?
So this guy was obviously buying these things up and just respraying them. It looked nice, but it weren't. It's no white van that had been done up midnight blue.
It was a lovely colour, wasn't it?
It was nice, but it just, looking through it, it weren't. It was just an old motor that,
I vaguely remember somebody broke into that, didn't they?
No, not that.
Was it not?
No, they probably want to have a go at it. I think that they might have. I had the old kit lights on the front of it. They might have wanted to nick them.
Oh, okay. I'm sure somebody tried
had like a flashing light. What's button doing is this light flashing across the front. Night Rider. That sold it for me. No, but I got down there and it was a real dog. So I weren't too chuffed for that, but I'd committed to go down. So we had to chat about getting it validated. He said, "Well, it's not that bad." It was a real shithole where they'd been using it as like a works vehicle and whatnot, these mechanics and whatnot and sprayers. So we negotiated on a few £100 off so I can get it validated. And I was booked to go away in it the following weekend. So we were committed then. And it's just stunk like an old builder's motor. So we went away in it, managed to get a campsite of Caravan, jumped in there, got a car valet to come out, and he done it all up for us while we sat on the Caravan. So we went away and spent the following week in Devon. That was fun. But then we had that for 3 years, pretty much the day. And then my neighbour had a T25. This didn't have a pop top or anything like that. It's literally a van. And you'd realise then that you do need a bit of room, even if it's just an awning and that. It literally had a rock and roll bed in it. They chucked a sink and a fridge, freezer in it and all the rest of it. And that was it. Bit of lighting, carpeted out. Easy to do. But nothing special, as I say. But 2.5 later, I went like a steam train, this thing, fully loaded. I could still do over 100 miles an hour. It's fantastic, really. So the T25, Abby kept on about having this pop top in it, so have a bit more room. I went, "I'm not cutting into this whole thing. It's not worth it." So I just insisted we weren't going to do that. And then my neighbour had a T25 high top. Not the best looking ones with a high top, but she said, "Look, let's have a look in his." And he said, "Oh, we've all got them." And she loved the fact that it was higher and we could get around in it and store the crap in it. And then one come up for sale in Willen. A mate of mine had passed it every day for about a year, been walking past it when he took his dog for a walk and seen it on the drive. But one particular day, this guy was getting in it. And he said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm selling it." So he contacted me and said, "Look, there's one for sale. Come and have a look." Anyway, I took Abby out where we drove up there. Of course, it's that brown colour. I pulled up. I said, "I'm not fucking driving that. It's no way I'm driving that." And it's not pretty anyway. Looked inside, it's all Westphalia, so it's got the underslung gas tank and the water tank and the hob and all the rest of it. And I thought, well, I don't know, this ain't too bad. And some skater boy had owned it and had completely stickered it out inside. So of course, and cut a long story short, I bought it off the guy, took it out and took all the stickers off, and of course all the panels were mint.
Oh,
so
right.
it was all like original. So, and no, I love that. I've had that 12 years now.
Have you?
But the best thing for that is that it's tax exempt now, 250 quid saved straight away.
Yeah. What engine is that? 2 litre?
That's a 1.6 originally, but it's a 1.9. Oh, fuck yeah, hills in that. I remember going in Wales once and we were like having to chuck stuff out. There's like a juggernaut behind us, not hooting. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't do anything about this fella, But yeah, that was tough. But then someone see a picture of it online and contacted me and said, "Oh, you got my old van." So I got hold of him and he said that he'd put a 1.9. I don't know if he put a Polo or Golf engine in that.
Oh, right.
And so it went better. It's not a turbo, but it's a lot better. And then sort of jump ahead a bit. I had a bit of trouble with that. With the T25, I don't know if you're aware, the number plate at the back, you pull the number plate down and then you can get into the dipstick and check the oil.
No, I didn't. That's quite clever.
Yeah, it just pops down. So you can, dipstick sort of goes in and down and then you can get to the water in there as well and top up the overflow tank or whatever. But I could never get a proper reading pulling this bloody oil out, this dipstick out. So I had it into a place which I'd love to mention in Stoke Hammond. Your dad knows them actually.
All right.
And they'd done a bit of work on it. And I said to him, look, while you're here servicing, I can never get a true reading on this bloody dipstick, as I'm dragging it out and that. And he said, well, I can just cut it for you and just go straight in and out. I said, well, if I do that, then I have to take all the back out, have the cushions out and all the junk that I keep in there anyway, and take all that out to get to it and lift because the engine's in the back, you have to lift the lid out so I can get to...
Is this from the number plate from the front or the back?
The back. Oh, because the engine's rear mounted.
Imagine going from the front.
No,
half a mile long.
The engine's rear mounted in them.
Yeah.
So, because they put Scooby engines, didn't they, in there? I've got a guy who does... they do TDI conversions as well, because I nearly donated my car. I come to that. I nearly donated my car for it. I'm glad I didn't. But... So he's done that for me. I mean, bearing in mind, Volkswagen are probably, hundreds of millions of pounds worth of investment. A dipstick's supposed to go in there. But this guy said, no, we'll just do it there. So I'm like, okay. And it was a pain in the arse. And then that was about September, October time. I didn't really use it. I was going away on it on the new year. So I thought I'd give it a go. Give it a run out, check the oil. Couldn't work out what Mark had put on this dipstick. So I ran it back down to him and said, look, I'm going away on it tonight. I said, I can't, show me where the mark is on this dipstick. I don't know what you've done. And he said, there's no oil in it. And I said, well, there is. It's been on my driveway for months. I've literally started out running around the block and that. Since then, I used to sawn it. Now I don't have to worry about all that. But I used to just run it around the block. And he said, well, there's no oil in it. I went, no, but there is. It's not using any oil. I'm not using it. And you can't tell me you're using more oil than fuel anyway. He said, no, there's no oil in it. And I thought, well, I'm arguing with a mechanic here. I'll just let him have the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
So off he come, great big jug of oil. I said, well, what are you doing? He said, needs oil. I said, no, it doesn't. I've just put like half a litre in there to come here. I said, I don't need all that. Yeah. Okay, so I let him do it. And that was that. And then check dipstick. Yeah, you go. Oil in it now. I thought, okay. Thinking, well, where's all that gone? Because it ain't on my driveway.
Yeah.
Come out of there, drove up to, this is when they moved to Denby. So got on the A5, nice and straight. So pulling along there, as you do. Come off at the city centre turn off, hung a right, and fucking hell, don't know what happened then. I thought the accelerator got stuck. It went into full revs. Learned later on that it picked up on its own horse. It's gone into full revs. It's got an aftermarket rev counter fitted in there. This thing's lining, screaming. I'm looking in the window and there's fucking grey, black, white smoke. Across them carriageways where like B&Q's one side and the carries the other side along there. That's where it was. Fucking noise. And I just thought the accelerator cables got stuck. So the accelerator's got stuck. So I turned the key off. I got his key in my hand. This thing's still screaming.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, that's where the
diesel runaway picks up on its own oil.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know any of this. Sorry, I didn't know any of this at the time. So I've got out. This thing's screaming. I've got the key in my hand thinking, fuck, I've got to get to the back. Fortunately, I've taken all the stuff out. So I lifted the lid. The bonnet, the hood lid was in there as well. That was only clipped in. So I undone that and it cut out. I've been told since I was nuts for doing that because it could have just gone bang and sent shards of metal everywhere. I don't know if that's true or not, but it just cut out. Anyway, there's smoke everywhere. I'm all across them like 6 carriageways. Oil, I mean, all up, there must be 100 yards of oil up the road and it's wet, so it looked even worse. And then this guy stopped, I'm shaking, and he went, "You're all right?" I said, "I fucking ain't." I don't know what's happened. He went, "I've never seen anything like that before." I went, "Well, nor have I." Yeah. So anyway, I got in and it started. So I'm a mile from home. I'm going to get home. I'm going to leave it there. So I hopped home, stalled it outside my house, couldn't start it again. So I phoned him up. I said, "I don't know what you've done to my motor." He said, "Well, you're going to have to get it down there." So I fucking can't move it. So I got it recovered. That was like on a Friday night. This guy was well pleased doing that. Dragging my car down there on a Friday night, my campervan. I had to have a word with him because I thought he was going to wreck it or leave it on the road the way he was driving. And then I get down to the garage and the guy who does the MOTs in there, your man knows him, he said to me, that fucking idiot, he's overfilled it with oil. And I went, what are you on about? He said, he's overfilled that. I said, all right. Didn't know anything about it. He said, leave it with us. We'll look at it, Monday morning for you. So I left it with him, done the research when I got home, looked at this diesel runaway. And there's pictures of all these like motors that are caught.
Exactly the same as
and
what
they
you've
literally just run and run and run until they just go bang. Mine fortunately cut out. So I was kind of lucky there. Left it with him. That went into like a week of them still doing it, and it was, they're not admitting liability and said it was, it's not our fault, it's an old motor and all the rest of the junk that come with that. So I said, look, just claim on your liability insurance and I'll just pay the excess for you, and then we'll just get it done. Long enough, we'll just shake hands. He weren't having none of it. I said, do it, we're in court. So he didn't do it, so we went to court.
Did you?
That was a fucking palaver, that as well, small claims. Wow. And then you have some mediator come in and, try and give you 200 quid for it. I'm like, he's 1,800 quid's worth of work. I took it. So on that Monday, I think on the Tuesday, I said, fuck it, I'm going to come and get it. Spoke to another mate of mine, S&P, he's a fantastic fella. And he said, just bring it round. So I went down to get it. And the accelerator cable, I don't know if they'd tried to nobble it and that, so I couldn't move it from there, but it was off on the accelerator pedal. So when I fucking fixed that, so I jumped in, clipped it on, and then got it off the ramp and drove it to Tavistock Street. Fucking hell, I must have done about 3 miles an hour because I was terrified it was going to catch again. And everyone says, oh yeah, when it does that, it's easy, you just stall it. I'm like, yeah, you try and do that when it's like smoke coming out, 7,000 revs and like all that going on. And try and stall it and think about what you got to do to stall a car that we do every day anyway.
Yeah.
I took it down and he had it. And I was going to... that was my love of my life, that motor. We do so many miles in it, go over Belgium and whatnot. And I really wanted to get that sorted out. So I nearly donated my Golf engine for that. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't. But my mate said, no, let's just get this one fixed. So they got it all sorted out and spent a few months in there, like they were tinkering on it, but it got done. And, to this day, it's fantastic. Right. On the key, it's great. But yeah, and better, Paul's better now as well.
Oh, wicked.
I'll get up some of the hills.
Yeah.
Especially the crap I carry in it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's a shame, though, isn't it?
It's an eventful start, isn't it?
That was, but again, now it's all right, I love it. But it's built properly. My mate said, let's just do it properly. Let's just rebuild it, do it properly, and it's going to be, and even now, every time I take cars in for the MOT, I went, mate, I'd started it the other day, been in there for 2 months, just want the keys. Just
so is that your forever car?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to get buried in that. And yet, when I turned up to see it, I went, fuck, I'm not getting in that. I'm not driving that. But no, it's because the colour, brown, like a retro-y colour. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great toy.
It's come back round, though.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's one of your favourite colours, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a really shitty brown, but it's actually been... It was all kind of different shades, really, where it had little bumps and stuff over the years. And then someone hit it when I was coming back from Norfolk one year. Didn't give way, didn't want to wait for a mile bus. So he just come out and thought, I ain't going to get through here, tried to pull over a bit, and he just tore all down the side of it. So I was thrilled with that. So then when it went in to get the work done, I just said, look, can you just blow it all over? And they blew it all over for me and brought it all back to one colour, really.
Oh, wow.
And that's why it looks probably as good. A lot of people comment on it now, and I'm like, well, it's been blown over. It's not all original. It's all been blown in, but it's, not much better. Yeah, I love it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, love it. Definitely forever car now.
Yeah.
Cool. Especially, as I say now, no MOT, which I'm not entirely thrilled with, but I can get that in and I chuck it in. Well, I didn't last year. I figured this year I'll get it chucked in, get it up on the ramps. They can do an MOT on it. Didn't necessarily want it on the system in case it failed. Yeah. But I want them to check underneath. I'm not too bothered about it.
You still want it to be roadworthy, don't you? Yeah.
And this is exactly what happened. I'd gone out to a gig one weekend in it and come home, caliper screaming, brake screaming. And they were like that for a little while anyway. I thought, I'll just get up on the drive and have a look at it. And they didn't look brilliant. And I thought, I'm not changing them on the driveway. So I took it down to a mate, and it turns out one of the calipers was actually seized. Yeah. It weren't brake pads at all. It was a caliper that was seized. And because my first thought was, he said, I've got a problem. Found out I've got a problem. He said, one of the calipers is all cracked. And I went, you fucking hit that, didn't you, with hammer, trying to release it because it was seized home. And he went, no, it was cracked. So that was lucky then. So from then, I figured from now on, I'll definitely get MOT on it. Doesn't have to go through the system, but I want someone to have it up in the air, check them brake lines are all good, and it's all solid. It's going to stop.
Yeah, peace of mind, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because I think it's only tax exempt if you haven't done anything to it. As soon as you modify it anyway, you then have to have it. MOT exempt. As soon as you modify it anyway, you then have to have it MOT. Right. So when you go to these car shows and you see these old
slammed
pickups,
or something like that.
Anything like that, any work you've done to it to change it from the original, then it has to be MOT. But I don't think it's a bit of a grey area. People don't do it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't actually done anything to that. Well, saying that, other than the lump that's been changed out before I got it, it actually had the General Lee 01 sticker on the side of it when I got it. So I took that off. I kept it on for years, to be fair, but it's the wrong colour. So I took that off, and it's got the Joker on it. When it got resprayed, I put a proper Joker sign on it now.
So what is a Joker? Because this one's...
They do like a Club Joker. It's the Westphalia Joker. And then they've got the California and the Atlantic. I don't know which way it goes.
It's just a
so that's like
model.
the third in row, and then the Atlantic and the California are the better ones. They're a little bit higher spec and that. Don't know. I mean, they're a bit more sought after. I'm in a group with a few guys we met last year, and they're all mint. They spend some serious money on them. Mine are just because I'm like, well, where'd you sleep then? They're like, well, we're in here. I went, I'll have a look in mine. I'll show you what one looks like I've lived in. You know, and we use it because we use it. That's what it's for. And not too particular about getting everything. You know, like for example, when a tap broke in there, they're like, oh yeah, Westphalia tap, like 80 quid. I'm like, yeah, eBay 13 quid, same thing. You know. Yeah. So I'm not too anal about all that stuff, but it's just a great motor.
Cool.
But
there's obviously a passion there. You can see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it'd be nice to have, for me, with a car thing, it'd be nice to have some space to sort of, like a unit, you can park these things up and keep them in the dry.
Yeah.
I've got like a carport and a cover, but I'd love to be able to just tuck it away and, keep it warm in the winter.
Yeah.
There's no rats getting in it, but yeah.
Oh, cool. Right, and anything else you got?
Yeah, so going back, We've got a Mark 7 Golf Estate.
Yeah.
That come around by chance. Well, I can go through the list if you want from beginning, and then it come in how we picked that up.
Shall we?
Yeah. So this is from your first car.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So I kind of got into that with the guy down the road used to do bangers and that all the time. So I kind of used to mess around, ripping all the guts out of them and putting roll cage and painting them with a roller and all that.
Brayfield.
Yeah, Brayfield. Yeah, it was Pete Smith. His name was. I was about 13, 14. And we used to just play on them, really.
Did you ever have a go?
No, never.
Never been tempted?
Never went up. Oh, no. I probably wouldn't mind a thrash at it now, to be fair.
Yeah. We had a guy on here a few months back, and he loved it, didn't he? Done it all his life, but he said because he's getting older now, it hurts more, and it takes days and days and weeks and stuff to go over.
Right, everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you remember Arrow's racing team down on the White Factory estate on the lakes years ago.
No.
Formula One team?
It must have been. I don't know, maybe lower end Arrows. I'll have to look that up.
Okay.
I used to kind of wash cars with a mate of mine, 10 ball and motor or whatever it was back then, for this fella and a few of the neighbours. But then a mate of mine got into Arrow's racing team. We used to wash some of the cars there for the guys that not these cars, but guys that work there. And that was kind of fun. Because I remember having all they made out of plywood and that, the sides of them, I think it was gold with black lettering, if I remember.
Okay, I'm going to do some... Have you found it?
Yeah.
Chris is on it.
He is on it.
I mean, I'm going back, what was it, 80... Must be 81.
Yeah, so... 78 to 2002.
Wow. Right.
It was known as Footwork from 91 to 95.
So it's not the Formula One, it's not Arrow's Formula One then?
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is?
Right.
Oh, wow. They were based in the Lakes Estate?
Yeah, on the White Factory area there, yeah.
Bit of a getaway car, isn't
it? Because I had a connection with Red Bull, actually. A mate of mine worked for Red Bull. He used to do the night shift there. He's not one of the engineers there, and he took me around there once. I told him about all this Arrows thing years ago. That was kind of fun, because there was no cars in. I don't know where they were, what circuit they were on at the time. But I just said, where's all the work done there? He said, well, in here. I said, no, but where'd they actually work on the cars then? He said, yeah, you idiot. In here, it's just like a lab, isn't it?
Was it?
Yeah. I remember he gave me a brake disc to hold and carbon fibre. I mean, it's just like, crikey, bloody phone weighs more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
It has to be, doesn't it? Everything lightweight.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of cool. And then with him, I went to... because they did a practice on the Friday, the qualifying Saturday, and then the race. Yeah. So I went with him on the practice, and because of his pass, we could drive around the track at Silverstone.
Could you?
So we literally got in his motor.
Cool.
Instead of walking across, we'd drive across to one area, park up there, have a little look, and then we'd shoot over to the pits. I think Spielberg was there when we went in there, walking around the pits. It's like a different world. I'm like, have a bit of this. But he couldn't do that on... I don't know if he went for practice. He can't run around on practice days, on qualifying days in the car, but on practice day, he was driving around the track. just hopping in his car, show his badge, and then we'd go to different parts of the track. It's fantastic.
That's very
No
cool.
leg work at all.
Yeah.
That's going back. That must be 28 years now, 27 years.
God, I probably couldn't do that these days.
Showing
Could
your
you?
age, yeah.
Yeah, that was some time back. But yeah, so going back to that was the banger racing fella, Pete. That's when we went to like CBs and all that shit then.
Yeah.
So young, couldn't drive then. And then couldn't wait to drive, as you do, 17, and then busted me arm. So that was in Wolverton. Glyn Square is like a little wall, about fucking 3 foot one side, about 12 the other side. I hopped over it. So yeah, I was gutted because I had it all ready for that first driving lesson.
Yeah.
That was a Cold Brooker in Bletchley. That was
Because back in the day when you were 17, that's all you wanted to do was drive, innit? But the kids these days don't want to do it.
No,
they're
that's
not
right.
fast. Obviously, because we
I
run
did
around
my lad.
it.
I'd nag him. No, I can't get him out of a motor. I had to nag him to like, practice with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, come on, we got him a little Kia. He picked up a little Kia Picanto, running around in that, learning to drive in it. Because his driving instructor said to me, "Oh, you got to do 40 hours of," because when my day it's like 20 lessons, I think.
Yeah, that's
20,
exactly what I had,
21,
20 lessons, yeah.
And then he said, "Oh, it's 40 hours of tuition." I thought, yeah, really? And then another 20 or 30 hours of practice, private practice. I said, crikey, I ain't sign up to sort of argue with my son in a confined space for 30 hours. I couldn't do that at home. Because that was, I had to nag him to come out, but it all paid off. You know, that extra practice, getting around Bletchley roundabout, which you never even done on this test anyway. So yeah, it's a couldn't wait to get in a car. Now I've got, I remember I had a bike then, I bought off my dad's governor, like a Falcon Professional, which is some lightweight, fancy gadget thing. And I sold that for 300 quid and bought my car for 250 quid. My Mark 1 Escort I had.
So you sold a push bike?
Sold a push bike.
More than you bought your car for.
I know.
Was that the Escort?
Mark 1 Escort.
That was tidy, that. You should have sent me the picture. Well, it looked nice from the picture.
That picture was given to me, actually, because I didn't have it. I asked the girl I bought it off.
Right.
Yeah. That when I got it, it was like full of fur, all on the dash and the like steering wheel, all the
mould or actual?
No, fur, like as in like furry.
She pimped it out.
Yeah, proper. Even to a point, there was a stupid little toy on the wing mirror that used to jump up and down on the internal mirror, jump up and down, squeak, and was the same colour as the fur she put in the cars. And so I ripped all that out and got shot of all that. And there were days where you can play on them and work on them, wouldn't they? You know, changing like little brake cylinders and servicing them and stuff like that.
Actually, that reminds me. Have you seen what BMW have done for their new bolts?
Yes.
It's horrendous what they've done. It's like an Allen key bolt
Oh,
at the head.
I see a bit of this. They're specific to them, aren't they?
But it's the badge. It's the BMW badge.
Yeah. So you can only go to the dealer.
Yeah.
So, not like when they've done the old torque bolts and that, and then you just go and buy a torque set.
Yeah, because they
wouldn't you?
kind of did that first, didn't they, BMW, to try and stop people working on them.
Now it's
But
just for them, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
an
I
actual
saw that.
BMW badge, but that's your head. That's your bolt head.
And you can't actually... You're not going to get that unless you know
you're
someone
not.
who works there wants
Yeah,
to
of
lift
course
that
you're
down for you.
There'll be stuff on the internet.
There will.
Yeah, those
Timu.
Yeah. 4 hours.
some inquisitive little person.
Yeah, but I just thought that's bang out of order. Really,
Yeah, no,
'cause
absolutely.
It's
No,
hard
there's a
enough
lot
for
of bad
garages
feedback
now,
about
anyway.
that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad feedback about that.
It's not the first time they've done it. So, but it's sorry. Back to you.
No, it's just they would have, used to play around working on them then, didn't you? I mean, I remember doing the first oil change on that and then thinking, crikey, this is taking some oil. I need to see the sun plug on the battery and thinking,
Oh, we've all done that.
in fact, I think they've done that with my van recently. He says, because when I was in the workshop and he was doing the brake caliper and I'd done a bit of work in there for him at the same time. While it was up in the air, I hadn't had handbrake on that for 10 years either. So while I was up there, I said, I got some oxyacetylene and heated it all up and so I can get the nut moving on the runner to adjust the handbrake. I was doing all that. And when I'd finished, I had a bit of a clean up in his workshop for him. And it was only a couple of days later, he said, you never guess what I've done with putting oil in your motor. I said, don't tell me you left the plug out. He said, yeah. He's got 40 years experience.
I'm sure they've all done that. Yeah.
But yeah, just playing around on that. I mean, I had all my mates had like Cortina Mark II Cortinas and little minis and stuff like that. My mate had a really nice Cortina 1600. I hated him.
Yeah, they were cool.
Colour.
Yeah.
Fucking hated him. That was really nice. But that thing, I mean, I had some right scrapes in there. Just used to go up at Denby Industrial Estate in the snow and that in the car parks and that, doing reverse flips and stuff like that and practicing how to drive it and that. I think it had some Mark II. No, it's Mark 1 or Mark 2 Capri alloys on it in that picture.
Did it? Oh,
that's how it come.
Yeah.
I remember going in Bletchley, come spanking around a corner there and lost it and hit a curb and cracked the alloys. So the wheel went flat. And then it was the days where you can get into these cars with a little teaspoon.
Yeah.
And there was another Escort parked up, a little light blue one. So literally, my key fitted that. I opened the boot up, took the spare out, just borrowed it, and then
that was a thing, wasn't it?
It's funny you should say that about the keys, because when I worked at Sainsbury's, my very first job, I had a Fiesta XR2. My mate had a...
With the pepper pot wheels in there?
Yeah, pepper pot wheels. My mate had a Fiesta 1.1 Popular, but it had an XR2 engine and running gear and all that in it. My other mate had an XR3, and all of our keys could fit everybody
just
else's
the doors
car.
or the
doors and the ignition. So what we used to do, we used to nick each other's cars.
That's what I used to do. When I was at college, the guy there had a Mark II Escort, which I later bought off him actually, and I used to move his car.
Yeah.
So I used to hide it from the front of the college to the back of the college. He'd come out and think it's been nicked.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. We used to go out, if we all finished within 5-10 minutes of each other, and just think, I'm going to take that today. Drive off it, and someone would think, oh, you bastard. Go and take your car, and then...
It
was wicked.
He loosened my wheel nuts off on that car coming home once, because I think he was trying to get his fucking home back, because I was always moving it, and he loosened. I was driving home and he was going, all the wheel nuts are loose. I thought there's only one person could have done this.
I think one time with one of our mates as well, I'll digress a little bit, he said he wanted his car lowered, and you know when he used to chop springs on cars?
Yeah.
We took it to our mate's garage, we just took the springs off.
Right.
We just took all 4 springs off, dropped it, and we were like, we've lowered it for you. Oh, it's wicked, but it sat like that far off the floor.
Yeah.
But there was no suspension travel on it at all. It was brilliant.
Back in the day.
Anyway, back to our guest.
That Escort was fun. I remember, do you remember the old static strips? You know,
yes,
that
hang out the back.
Embarrassing question. This is really embarrassing.
Yeah,
them static strips.
Yeah.
So I had them fucking little plastic things. I don't know what they'd done.
Oh yeah, I do remember those.
They were meant to ground the car or something.
Is that right?
Struck by lightning.
The tyres don't do that anyway.
So you don't get static shock. I know exactly that, innit? I mean, what they were. But I remember that cost me, because there was always, every time I put it in reverse, and reverse start, there was always this noise going on, and the mate of mine had it up and checked it. I've got it running, and the wheel was like wobbling. Okay, so I think the half shaft was busted or something. So I rented this bloody slide down, changed his half shaft, done all that. That was all fine. Drove it fine, reverse, all this noise. So we took it to another mate of ours. He had some cars in. I think he had a 1600 Escort 1600 Harrier.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was nice, twins, silver and blue.
Silver and blue, yeah.
Mesh headrests and that. I love that. That was nice. We had a JPS Capri as well. We had some nice toys.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
God, a Harrier, that's going back. I haven't seen or heard of one of them.
Well, in fact, when I was in on New Year's Day, just recently up in Stoney, looking at the thing there.
Oh, we went. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a car there, there's Escort, Mark II Escort, and he had the Harrier headrests in there with a mesh.
Right.
So I said to him, they're out of a Harrier, and then he said from standard, whatever, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
But there was an RS2000 there as well. I always wanted one of them.
Yeah, that was nice to see that.
Yeah, with a black boot on it. Yeah, I used to like them. A mate of mine, I bumped into him a couple of years ago. He had one there, and I said, "Crikey, how long you had this?" He said, "No, it's just always." I went, "What do you mean always?" He said, "Well, I just never got rid of it." And a bit like me and my golf now, isn't it? But I mean, it's coming around now. But no, he just kept it. So he's just had it. Yeah, had the space to put it somewhere and leave it. But he's just doing that. That was cool. But yeah, really like them. That nose cone on that that was pretty cool. So I bought so we changed this. So we took it to this guy with a Harrier. Sure, he had that. And he said, so I thought he might know a bit more about it. He's into his motors. And he took it out the road. I watched him go out the road. He got out, done something, drove back down. He said, "Jump in that car, have a look." So right around the corner, reversed it up. Fucking good as gold. I said, "What you done?" He tucked the static strips up underneath the bumper. Every time I reversed, they were literally going like that in the ground and making a noise and vibrating for the fucking car.
No.
And I was changing parts, and it's mad. So the Mark II Escort that I used to move, he was selling that, so I bought that off him. It was a kind of buy and sell thing. That I got that, and then got shot at that. I think I paid 75 quid for it and sold it like a couple of days later for 150. But it didn't really drive right that anyway, and I preferred my little 1.3.
I love the fact you could buy a car for under £100.
Yeah, I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then I got a 2-litre GL Cortina.
That was Mark IV, wasn't it?
Mark IV.
Yeah. So that's the one that looked like the Granada, like a baby Granada.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah, I thought it was a Mark III the other day. But
They had like a beige or tan vinyl roof on it, which I painted straight away. Got some vinyl paint and painted that black. Couldn't see that like that. I think it had an aftermarket sunroof put in it as well, because you used to unclip it and chuck it in a boot, like a glass panel, and then drive along and it'll be like buffeted on your head and that. You think, no, it's got to go back in that. But I got rid of my Escort. I swapped it for a Mark V gear interior, a brown velour interior.
Is it a whole car for an interior?
Yeah. So my Escort went, got an interior. I think I'd give the other interior to the kids to use as camps in the woods or something. I don't know. It's just what you've done them days, dumped it. And that was quite a nice car. That 2 litre felt, big, wasn't it? Big and heavy. Mm-hmm. Twin choke Webbers, thought it was a business, I can't remember how long I had that for. Then I bought a BM 316.
Yeah.
That was 1800. That was a 90. That's the picture I've sent you. That's a 93, I think. I love that, man. I should have kept that. And it's something about, you've got a BMW then in that badge on that steering wheel. You felt the tits, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what shape was that? That was the E28 or something, wasn't it?
The same sort of shape as that, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of
pointy nosy.
93.
93. That's not the one you. That's not the one you had.
E36. Was that the one you had?
No, it's a 316.
316.
Yeah, 316.
Oh no, the model of it.
Oh.
Yeah. Would that be the one that you had?
Yeah, the one with the slopey front at the front, though, wasn't it? Like the gold. Was it gold?
Yeah.
You sent me a picture? Yeah. No, that's the one before mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That,
E28 or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I should have kept that, really.
Yeah.
That was, when I got rid of that, it was mint, that. I think it's only one little dent in the front valance. I think, I hit a cat once and just knocked it a bit, but other than that. But I part except for a Golf GTI, 8-valve. That was nice, that.
Yeah,
I love that.
They were cool.
Mark II.
Mark II, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've still got the ads for them, actually. I sent
you did send me it. Yeah. Is that from like the Auto Trader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Auto Trader was like the kids who used the Argos catalogue. It was our Bible.
Yeah,
absolutely. We picked one up at the car show the other day.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's a guy there selling loads of stuff, wasn't there?
Yeah. The funny thing was, I said to these guys, I said, I want one for the table because it was a conversation starter. Yeah. But when I went on eBay, they were going for like 35 to 50 quid. I'm like, I ain't fucking paying that.
What?
Yeah, I know. And then when we went to the show the other day, Chris was like, there's one. I said to the guy, how much do you want for that? He's like, 2 quid.
Oh my God.
All right, so I got 2.
That's going on eBay.
One of them's going on eBay, yeah.
No, it was a funny thing with, I've got a Haynes manual in the car. I haven't brought it in.
I've got one for the camper.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
But I got it I had a Vauxhall Nova, so I bought one off eBay for a Vauxhall Nova. And we were looking they were going for quite a lot of money, weren't they?
Yeah.
That guy was selling them there as well. We had a few Haynes manuals.
I think I found this one for like 3 quid or something. So
which is probably what they were in the day, weren't they? Like 5 or whatever, 3 or 4, 5 quid.
Have you looked through your one?
My Nova one?
Yeah. Was it interesting?
It's fascinating.
they are really clever.
Yeah.
It was one of them things where I took it to the toilet and had a read while you have your ablutions.
Yeah.
And my wife had to go, where the fuck are you? And I must have been sat there.
Taking apart a gearbox.
Yeah, 40 minutes. I'm learning how to gap spark plugs and change my wheel bearings. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's brilliant.
Just the whole structure of it, the pictures, the way that they worded everything. It was just right, wasn't it?
But everybody would work on their motors from that, wouldn't they? I mean, I remember my dad with his Vauxhall Viva estate. I kind of done a few lessons in that thing. And it just open that up and learn how to do bits and pieces. You didn't pay anyone them days.
No.
You could work on them then, couldn't you? Now you need all the gadgets and plug it all in, didn't you?
Yeah.
But
it's
I'd question it
really.
It's finding them old mechanics though that know that stuff. I've got a good one now that on my van. You go, that's
quite a rarity these days because
if you don't plug in,
if you don't plug a laptop in or an OBD sensor, you'll struggle.
It's finding
to find
the guys that go, that was back in the day they were such and such.
But also back in the day there wasn't really that much to go wrong, was it?
No,
well that's it. It's all electronics and that.
Leads, plugs,
Except when I made your 5 Series.
Shush, I've got to try and sell that.
Oh no, it's working now.
Yeah, I've spent a fortune on that lately. I have spent a fortune on it lately. Just spent another 700 quid getting it fixed.
Fuck it hell.
Oh mate, I had an Audi, or I cut that, and that was my mate said to me, big cars, big money.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it is, isn't it? If it's not insurance and fuel, it's like
what's your saying for Audi? You got one for everything else, haven't you?
What? Am I saying?
Yeah. BMW was broke mostly.
Oh no, it was it
Lotus had one.
Yeah, lots of trouble, usually serious. For Lotus.
And then you had one for BMW the other day.
What did I say for BMW? Big money something.
I don't know. Yeah. Have you got one for Audi?
No, I haven't actually.
There you go. That's your homework for the next
Is that my homework?
Yeah. Right, so obviously back to your cars.
Yes.
I need to think of this.
around that sort of time with the BM. We used to do a lot of shop fitting and that when sparking. So we jointly purchased, I think it was a Cavalier we had, and we'd use that for, rather than our nice motors and stick them with miles on them, when I like this Cavalier, we used to bum around it.
Yeah.
Don't know what we paid for that, but that was kind of fun.
A Mark II or a Mark III?
I think that might have been a 2.
They were still nice. Yeah. I really like the SR. Was it the SRI 130?
Yeah.
I really, really like that. Yeah.
But yeah, that weren't really. That was something we just bought to sort of knock around. It might have even been in his name. I don't really count that. But that's something that we both shared a driving with, and that rather than stick the miles on our motors.
Mm-hmm.
So the Golf and that, I had. Do you remember Connoisseur in Dunstable?
Yes.
Yeah, it ain't still there, is it?
No, it hasn't been there for a long time.
Yeah. Because I often drive through.
It used to be on High Street, didn't it? On the right.
Yeah. Actually driving out, and it was on the right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I bought some wheels from there for that Golf. And this is a story. I don't know if it was to do with, I had a bit of a terror once with this guy. I come out of this street and this Astra GTE come flying around a corner on 2 wheels and then narrowly missed me. So I've just, give it a few hand gestures and that. Next minute, these guys all jumped out and thinking, no, I don't think so. So just fucked off. And they had this car chase through Milton Keynes then, through Bletchley. I managed to lose them, probably because there's 4 gorillas in that one. It's just me and one. But then a few days later, I had some wheels nicked off my motor, and I always put it down. So I thought they fucking found out where I lived and had them. But I come out of the house, I was absolutely mortified. Come out of the house and see that, because I had some 5-spoke BBS alloys on that Golf that I got from Connoisseur. Mm-hmm. And some Yoko tyres on it as well, low profiles, loved it. And that got, when I come out and it's on bricks, I was just, it's that double take.
At least I had the courtesy to put it on bricks.
Well, that's right, rather than drop it, yeah. There's that. Fortunately, I had the old alloys, so I just whacked them back on so I can get running. Still got to work just a little bit later. But then I found them, because I know it sounds nuts, well, you can't identify your own wheels, because I'd never seen them before in another set. I think I was in London once in Hyde Park and I see a Golf and I'm like, crikey, they're my wheels there. Same wheels. But I'd never seen a set like them before. So I did some shop fitting up City Centre and British Home Stores at the time. I come out of there one lunchtime, I think would be City Duck as it was then, and come out and I see this Golf with this black Golf with these wheels on. I went, they're my wheels, huh? And my mate was like, don't be daft. I went, no. And so I went over and checked them, and I knew I'd curved one of them once, so there was a little tear in the tyre, so I'd glued it back into place for the MOT. Yeah. Because they're like 100 odd quid a tyre back then.
Don't worry about the safety side of it.
That's right. And then there was a cap I got taken off once. I don't know, people were always trying to nick them or just nick the caps were nice on their own. Yeah. So whether they just popped it off and seen as locking wheel nuts on and left them, but I'd lost a few of them over the time. So I knew there was a brand new one on there. So I knew for a fact. So I went up to this car, checked it out, found a little tear, found a cat, thought, what, they're my wheels, phoned the law. This guy come down and said, I suggest you go. I said, no, I want to wait here till you get these guys, So I stood with him. And then they turned up, and these 2 women turned up for this guy. I said, no, you need to go now for that. So I went. Phoned him up the next day and said, right, I want my wheels back then. He went, well, no, it's a little bit more complicated. I said, well, it's not really, is it? They're my wheels. I've identified them as my wheels. I just want them back. And it went on for weeks. Anyway, I said, right, who's your boss then? He went, Inspector, can't be bothered. And then I said, well, who's his boss then? And it was like, his chief inspector really can't be bothered. So I went in to see him and booked an appointment to see him. And he just palmed me off and said, look, the guy's got a receipt. He's bought them in good faith. They're his wheels. Yeah. And just sort of sent me back, claim on insurance, sent me packing. And I kind of lost a lot of respect for the law after that. Yeah. Absolutely gutted. And then the receipt was from Dard Electronics in Stacey. Used to sell hi-fis.
Yeah.
Near where Kentucky is. There was a hi-fi shop there. Hi-fis, not wheels, just hi-fis. And the receipt was from there. So it's all like lucky. And then it was only a little while later, I come out of, do you remember Directors? Yeah. Yep. Come out of there, and there's this car. I'd had a few beers and that. And there's this car with the wheels on. We're at the kebab van, as you are after. So needless to say, that car was covered in kebab. And then this guy come running over, said, what do you think you're fucking doing? Started swinging punches at me. So it was his motor.
I want my wheels
that
back.
I've just covered in kebab. But they're my wheels. So I'm having this anyway. And then several weeks later, my mate was in a club in in Bradwell, and he overheard this conversation about this guy that wished he'd never bought this vehicle, blah, blah, blah. It turned out he bought it off a copper. And it was a ringer. So not only were the wheels nicked, it was a ringer as well.
Oh, no.
And that's why I was probably told to just, get lost, don't carry insurance and piss off,
Yeah.
But yeah, never got over that. Never got over that.
Well, we can tell. it's written in there in capitals.
So after that, what did I have? Then I went into, rather than wrecking the motor all the time, I picked up a van. No, it got nicked. No, the Escort the Golf got nicked. So then I bought a van for work, an Escort van, run around in that for a bit. Then I changed careers into finance, so I couldn't really use that.
Yeah.
And a mate of mine initially lent me I think it's a Nissan Cherry automatic, little gold, 1.3 thing.
Don't remember a Cherry.
Do you know? It's a very angular, like a saloon car, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it weren't anything pretty, but it was kind of like needed a motor. I think I lent him the van and I just run around in that for a bit until I got myself straight. I come off the road in that on off Watling Street. You turn into Hodge Lee. There's a couple of streets along there. I got
I remember that.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think it was an automatic. It's the first time I've driven an automatic.
Hatchback or a saloon? Or is that
This
both?
was a hatch.
Hatchback.
It was like a Nissan Micra kind of days and that, wasn't it? Because I learned to drive in a Micra. But I remember coming out of there, it was driving along that Watling Street and it was hammering down the rain, couldn't see anything. And I turned left to go into which I thought was Hodge Lee or Stacey Bushes or whatever along there. And it's a dead end. It's actually worse, a sharp left. I didn't know that, I couldn't see anything. I'm driving along. Next minute, I've hit this curb, going flying down this hill. I'm in this field thinking, right, I've got to keep the gas on here because I'm not getting out. So I literally kept the gas on nice and steady, drove around this big and turned up all this mud in this field, drove back up, jumped back onto the road, parked up, got out all shaken up, all the air's knocked out the tyres because I've hit it about 45 mile an hour. And then thought, sorry, I can't do this, I'm going home. So I just went out, tacked work off, just drove home. And then I'll give it back to him. So I want my van back.
Really good.
Then I've got a Sierra Sapphire then. I knew someone whose fella was, I should never have done it, but bought it off this guy. Big white one. I don't know, 1.6 or whatever it was. But it was ideal for work and that, some finance in the suit, running around, it's perfect. Right kind of money, I don't know, a couple of grand. And then... it's funny, when I was cleaning it out, I found some VIN plates underneath the mat.
That's never a good sign, is it?
Yeah. And then I had one key for it, and I was like, what do you mean one key? And he said, I can drop another one off. I'm like, okay. Bit naive with all that. So then he dropped the other key off, and I went, well, you might want these. So we sort of done an exchange of key for these VIN plates I found. And then needless to say, about a week later, the car went missing. So that was an expensive shift.
You've had a few cars stolen, haven't you?
Mate. Yeah. I live in Beirut. So, that weren't too chuffed about that, but I learned a lesson there. And then I got a little 205 TD diesel, 1.9 diesel. Yeah, I bought off a customer.
Did it have a sunroof?
I don't think it did.
Remember my sunroof?
I do. Yeah,
I love that.
No, I'm not sure.
Such a great design.
What was it, like a wind-up thing?
No, it was air.
What?
It
definitely didn't have a sunroof then.
Mm.
Right, no, I didn't have a sunroof.
So when you used to put it shut and click it down, it used to then pump itself up with air to seal it.
Oh, no way.
Fantastic idea.
No, this definitely didn't have that. Well, we should have had one because the leaks it had in it. I remember the alarm going off once. It was a footwell full of water.
Right.
So I got shot at that. And then, I don't know, where am I with that? It's a 205. Oh, then I've got a BMW 323. That was automatic, like Triptronic box. It was a 2.5 litre engine.
Oh, nice.
God, that's fucking quick that was. Used to like that. That was a lot of motor, heavy car, innit? But that was nice, especially the box. And it's all kind of new to me, all that sort of stuff. It's the only time I've ever driven automatic again then, but that was fun. I remember the first time getting in that, and I'd left it in drive. I've jumped out to put some post through someone's door, and then I turn around, the car's moving. And I'm like, and it's just mounted the curb, and I'm trying to stop it. I can't get in it. So I'm trying to stop it. I'm thinking, well, it's going to stop at the wall at some point, but I don't really want it ploughing into the wall. So I can just see it now. I'm in this suit trying to stop this car from creeping forward like 4-ton car or whatever it was, and until it come to rest at this wall, there weren't too much damage, only a scratch on the bumper. But yeah, I left it in drive, thinking, oh, you can just leave them in drive. But
no, you can't. No. That's the same engine as what's in mine.
Is it
2.5? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, nice.
Straight 6. Yeah.
Yeah, really nice that. What I have after that, and then I got the Golf. That's when
and then you've had that ever since.
Yeah, and then I bought that. Yeah, because a mate of mine worked for. He was a technician at Waysides, and I said to him, "I said, oh, you got to get one out. You got to test drive these. They just come out 6-speed box, blah blah." And I took one out and I thought, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to get it." And it was on that lease purchase, like £1,500 down, £300 a month or whatever it was. And after 3 years, get a phone call and I said, "Oh, I'm just going to come in and pay the balloon payment." Like we were saying earlier, well, nobody does that. I went, no, I've just looked them up in Auto Trader, Exchange and Mark. They're like $8,500, and they wanted $6,000 off me or something like that, balloon payment. So I just paid it with a view to selling it, and kept it.
Shows you how good a car it is in.
So was it like an O2 plate or something? Or
it was January the 12th, 2002. So it's 24 years next week.
Wow,
good guess.
Yeah, and that's it's 51 on the plate, but it's registered in 02. Yeah, because I always made that mistake. I thought it was 25 years this year, but it ain't. It's next year. So I might treat it to a bit of a tidy up next year.
So are you going to keep that then? You got no intention of getting rid of it?
No, there has been a couple of times.
Obviously, probably not worth much now, is it really?
Well, I've had a couple of people want it. I think one owner from new service history. I mean, I haven't got like the VW service, but I've always, every year, it's been fed and watered, So it's always had the oil done, whatever. I don't bother with pollen fields and shit like that. It's just like, right, just get the oil dropped out, MOT, drop the oil out. Even though it doesn't do the miles, 108,000 now. Yeah. I mean, some years it only do 1,000 miles, but
that's no miles, is it? For a diesel as well.
Yeah, that's it. See? Yeah, that's. I mean, it's just great. I mean, I've changed a few batteries on it and stuff like that. It's just had a coil spring and
just wear and tear, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
I mean, aircon ain't worked for fucking years. That could do doing, and the radio's packed up now. I whacked it the other day. It worked, but it's packed up. So I need to. I definitely need to do something about that. But
that was the other thing. Back in the day, you either hit it or blew on it and it would fix it.
Yeah. That's like my speedo in my campervan. Normally when I set off, it's not working. I smack the dash and it works. It's fine after that. It's normally that initial set off where it's been sat there and I
remember like old computer games. It's not working. Take it out. Fucking fixed it.
But even that, like to set when the reminder comes up for your service intervals and that, and you press this button for the resetting the clock.
Yeah, you can just reset it and forget about it.
But I can't even do that on there now because one of the buttons doesn't reset the trip. So I took it out. I took all the clocks out one day and I thought, that's all right, glue the cocktail stick on it or something and got it all working. But because of taking the clocks out, I need to get the airbags reset. So it was something to do. Fucking hell! So I had to go and get that all done and plugged in and reset, and so that's
a ripple
now
effect.
I'll just leave it.
You touch that breaks.
Yeah.
You fix that breaks. Yeah.
But so that is what I'm just going to keep that. Forever. I need to, as I say, get a few bits done on it. I've changed like door, the
solenoids.
Yeah, when you click a button, it don't lock and all that. I've changed a few of them over the years on that.
Yeah.
I had an Audi A6. I'll come to that actually, but I had to do the same on that. But it weren't. I mean, when I done it on the Golf, it's a 60-minute job. I've done it that often on the Audi. Fucking hell, it's like hours of work and getting involved in that and speakers to rip out and door cards and that weigh a ton.
Yeah.
But
what year was that on it? What year Audi was that?
Audi, that was a 2002. Okay. So that was kind of. So then Audi, she had a little 1.4 Polo CL. That was 17 years old and got rid of that. And she went, I want to get a new car, I want to get a Merc convertible. I went, you do 800 miles a year, what's the point? I said, I'll just take the Golf, I love that. My mate said, what are you doing driving around that roller scale? I said, I don't care. I think it was the last of in the 2000, when the last one, they probably pimped it up, didn't they? With fancy lights and colour-coded bumpers and alloys on that. So I just run around in that. And that, when got rid of that, 44,000 miles, 17 years old, one owner. Fucking hell. I couldn't give that away.
Really?
Gutted when it went. I should have kept that.
Yeah.
At first, some guy offered me a couple of £100. I said, no, get lost. I wanted £600 or something for it. In the end, I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to park it up. But now it's all you have to sawn it. I didn't have the room to sawn it anywhere.
Yeah.
But if I'd had somewhere to just cover that up and just leave it, I'd still be running around that now. That's a great little car, that. But then I said, you take the Golf, I'll have that. That's fine. And then, how did the Audi come along? Then got rid of that. And, convertible Golf. She wanted a convertible Audi. Is it the A1, is it? Mm-hmm. Wanted one of them. And I went, well, let's just get the Golf. It's the same, isn't it, you know? So, and I say initially it was the Merc she wanted. I'm like, no, why, you know, it's going to, like, all the discs and they'll be rusted. I'll be replacing them every, like, 6 months because it's sat out, not even doing the miles. So then, she was happy with the Golf. And then we got the, she wanted this convertible again. So we went down a reputable car dealer in Milton Keynes, Volkswagen dealer. You know, it turned out to be an absolute nightmare. That bought this convertible. Well, the one she was looking at, my neighbour bought actually, and she said, "Oh, her neighbour's just bought that car I was looking at." I went, "The one you wouldn't let me get." I went, "What are you on about?" Anyway, there it was, same red. She bought it from the dealership. They had another one in there, so we went down there. I don't think it's like a 1.2, like little air dryer engine in there, but it went quite well for what it was.
Yeah,
convertible, nice, blue vinyl roof, white, quite nice. That went in. A couple of weeks after, I could smell fuel, and that was a petrol. It's probably the first petrol I've had for years. And then I could smell fuel, and it was something on the driveway, and I thought it might be from the aircon or something like that. Smell it, yeah, it's definitely fuel. Called them up. He said, "Oh, it's not part of our 160-point checks." I said, "Well, we both know that anything I bring in is not going to be part of your 160-point checks, but you will be doing it under warranty." Anyway, they did. And it's a fuel filter split. So I'm like, let us drive around in that.
So fire,
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And then straight after that, it kept condensating. You know, like our old motors, all the condensation inside. I remember I don't scrape it in the winter inside.
I do know that, yeah.
But it's just been a thing. But this was doing it. It's 3 years old, this motor, and it was doing it. So I said to my neighbour, I said, "What's the crap with yours? Still not steam up in the summer and that, and in the winter you're scraping it." He went, no. It's not nothing to do with the roof or anything. No, and he said, "Not anymore." And I'm like, "Crikey, there's the same year. What's the problem with it?" Anyway, left it at that. And Abby always said it smelled a bit damp in there and the seat was a bit damp. I thought, there's no leaks coming through. And then I took it for its MOT. Because it's 3 years old, they did the first one. And then I think we had the second one for free. So I ran it down. I was just having it clean out in there. And in the back footwell, there was like 2 inches of water. Because no one sat in the back of it. I'd occasionally use it, but Abby'd use it. No one went in the back. So that was why it was condensating up on the inside and getting steamy in the summer and then in the winter freezing up. So I said, so I run it down and I said, "You need to take care of this and get it sorted out." And they're like, "Yep, leave it with us." Fucking hell, that was like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, man. They had that for 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks. I took it in there with a full tank of fuel and I picked it up. We limped across to the petrol station across the road to get home, to fill up to get home. 6 weeks. They said, "Oh, there's some sort of seal on the roof that needed fixing," which was nonsense, really. They just didn't have the guys that knew. They were going back to like guys that, them motors, it's that normally happens, and they didn't have them guys in there because they couldn't plug it in and go, "Where's the leak?" They just didn't have the techs to do it. So 6 weeks of messing around, nagging them. There was a car. In the meantime, they lent me a nice little Golf. That was pretty nippy, so I didn't really care about that. I was just thrashing that about. But I thought I'm probably going to lose my licence in these 6 weeks. Now I've got this thing rather than that. Anyway, they went and picked it up and said, "Well, I want you to take all the seats out, all the carpets out, all the soundproofing. You've got to dry it out." Yeah, no problem, sir. They didn't do any of that. I mean, it was literally the crap that was in the motor. Someone's been just enjoying the summer. Roof down, drying it out, proper. So, and the miles they stuck on it, bearing in mind I don't do any miles, they done more miles than what we did. So, that was. So I said, I took it back. We drove out, and my lad was in the back. He said, "I can hear water," and I went, and I was, "Oh yeah, you just filled out a fuel." I went, No, it doesn't work like that. So I could hear this sloshing around. So I get home and I was poking around with a screwdriver underneath, and then just on the inner wing, there's a little flat with a few screws. Undone that, and this water just come rushing out.
Did it?
The back wing was full of water
coming through the window.
It come through the seal at the top.
Vapor barrier, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare.
Ask me how I know.
A car valet told me actually, because they said, we can pay for a car valet for you, because they'd never done it. They were supposed to valet it all, and they said, "We'll pay for it." And I contacted this guy, and he said, "It's a common fault with them," and he told me what it was, but Volkswagen didn't even know that themselves. So I'd kind of done with it then, really, and we were so disappointed with, because having bought a car off the main dealer before. And I didn't have the best experience when I bought my Golf, actually, because when I picked it up, you just done 16.5 grand, and you walk in there, "Guys, it's over there," and they give you the kit, "It's over there." My mate bought a Jag, fucking hell, they give him bottles of champagne and flowers and chocolates and walked in for every button. I'm like, "Well, is yours over there?" Maybe if I spent another couple of grand, I might have had that service, but So I kind of tarnished with that to start with. But so going back to them, we were kind of done with it then. I thought, no, you're having it back. So I've gone back in and said, you've got to buy this back, go have it back. And he offered us some silly money. That's a book price. I went, no, we're not doing all that. And there's a bit of to and fro in. And in the end, I bought some sign writing because it was white. I was going to sign write it and stick it outside. So I said to him, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign write this. I hadn't worked out what I was going to write on it because obviously going to get done for libel and slander or something. I'm going to sign write. I'm going to leave it outside your show on Friday night and I'm going to come and get it on Monday morning. And I'll promise you, sir, you're not going to sell any cars this weekend. Because I figured if I wrote on it, I didn't get home before he phoned me up and went back and offered me a better price and we just sold it. So,
that's a good idea.
And got a shot of it. They probably just punted it through an auction and someone else had the problem with it, didn't they, really? But that was a shame. And then, so we just down to one car then. And then a mate of mine worked for Audi. A mate of mine's son, actually, over in Toast, he works for Porsche now, actually. He said a car's just come in. I was telling him the story on a stag weekend. I was telling him the story about it, and he said, we've just got this Audi A6 Quattro coming, S9. He said a full service history. We've known it from brand new, 2002. We've known it from brand new. It's always been with us. But it has a problem with it. Every 6,000 or 7,000 miles, it keeps shedding this belt, and we can't work it out. He said, we've changed everything on it, all these different components. We can't work it out. And the guy just said, fuck it, I'm done with it now. Mm-hmm. Have it. I want to buy another car. Don't want it anymore. I can't be doing that. Bearing in mind, he's obviously doing a lot of miles. And I was doing the maths thinking, 6,000 or 7,000 miles, that's probably 3 years motoring for me. I can fucking get this. And I think the guy, he just wanted a shot of it. I think he picked it up. It was another guy at his workplace. He probably paid a monkey for it. And I'll give him $2,500 for it. They were probably going for 3.5 at the time. Mm-hmm. It's in Northampton. That was a big old motor, that was a beast.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
That was a lot of car, that. And a lot of expensive bills that go with it. 200,000 miles. I thought, well, you ain't getting any more Audi servicing for now. I can tell you that for nothing. You'll be lucky if you get it all done in the next 3 years. But I just done the maths thinking, if I can keep this for 3 years, it's paid for itself.
Yeah.
So I had a water pump. A fuel pump. I got 2 fuel pumps in there. I mean, one of them went. That's like 400 quid for that. Battery, 180 quid for that. All these things, started creeping in towards the 3 years.
Yeah.
And then the power steering pump went on that. Because that was some car to wrestle with no power steering.
I can imagine.
So I filled it up and it just literally pissed straight through again. So I got it down to my mate in Bletchley. That was a journey, that, on them roundabouts. And then got in there and I said, right, I'm not spending any money on this. And he phoned me out. He said, we've got to take the whole front end off to get to the pump, just to have a look at it. And I went, forget it. I said, what are we looking at? He said, well, it's going to be 4 figures with a pump and that. I went, fucking scrap it. So I was contacted a guy. You can go online, can't you, and scrap your motors, can't you?
Yeah.
Like 400 or 500 quid, I think they wanted for it. I stuck it online for about £1,000. Some guy phoned me out next day, so I can't have a look. He said, I can fix that on my driveway, mate. I'll have that off you. I said, I'm going out to Scotland. I need a motor for the lads. He said, that would do me perfect. So he come down. 750 quid. He just said, I'll give you 750. I just shook his hand and went, ta-da. And that was it. He got it recovered and got it sent back. It's still on the road now, that.
Is it?
Yeah. Looked out the other day, looked at the MOT thing. It's still on the road now.
I bet it's worth a bit of money now as well.
Yeah, but it's one of the things where all the buttons were sort of playing up and sometimes I put the window down, it stayed down. I'm thinking, it was all that. But that was, some motor, that. A lot of real heavy car, that. And like leaks and that, like they do. Found out later on, like sunroofs, they get they're blocked up a little.
Yeah, mine does. Yeah, you have to every now and then you have to feed like a wire through.
That's right.
The
you can
channel,
buy the wires.
It backs
That's
up.
right. Because that goes all the way down and then comes out where the door hinges, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it pops out of there, and if it's all the grip gets in there, it blocks up, ends up like flooding the car, doesn't it? Yeah, so that was some toy, that. I think your old man used to have one. He told me.
Yeah,
so I'll never forget a story he told me. That's why I kind of kept it, because it was good on the motorway. Because he told me about a story where someone hit him up the backside and crumpled their car, didn't they? And he got out, and there's nothing wrong with the Audi.
Yeah, you reckon? Well, my dad does exaggerate quite a lot, right? So he should have been a fisherman because he catches everything massive. But they were in traffic on the motorway, come to a standstill, and they were in the fast lane, stood still, and he said somebody hit him. He says they hit him at 70 mile an hour. But he's exaggerating, so maybe it's probably 50, but it crumpled the car. But he still swears to this day that car saved him and my mum's life.
Yeah, that's what
because he said if it was a lesser car, they wouldn't have been here now because he hit him. Because
there's some boot on that. I mean, I think that Audi's because we've got a Golf Mark 7 now. That's as an estate, and I think that Audi was longer than that. The estate.
Yeah, probably
by
was,
about 30 centimetres. But yeah, that's big old thing.
Yeah, that was I think when it happened, it crumbled. The way it crumbled, because obviously what it does now is it moves it around the car, doesn't it? It takes the impact and moves it around. And I think one of the doors wouldn't open or something like that. Right. Other than that, he said it kind of looked like it was all right, really, but it wasn't. But it wasn't really much done to it. Yeah,
that was. Yeah, it was a nice toy. That, as I say, had to go. And then we picked up the Golf estate. Now it's just easy. You know? Again, it's miles and that. But if I had a garage or space to put some of these motors rather than out on the roads and that, it'd be nice.
Yeah, we always say that. It'd be nice to have a little toy that you just tinker with.
Just rent one.
Yeah,
a big unit. And
where we had our place before, that's kind of where how we got it, because the guys that had the unit, they just rented it just so they could put their toys in there.
Brilliant.
And they had a bit of an office upstairs that we rented out.
Perfect, that, isn't it? It'd be nice to have that space.
So I'm going to lead that on to another question then. We had our space, put all the cars. If you had unlimited money, what would your 5-car dream garage be?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I mean...
Good segue.
I would...
Well done, Barry.
Thank you.
I've not been anything really fancy. I mean, I've seen them all, but I don't know. I wouldn't... I'd get some of the old stuff. I mean, I like the old Bond motors and that. I like the DB5 and the Lotus.
Yeah.
When we were kids, I'd definitely have a DB5, I think, if I could stick that away somewhere. Or something mad like... I mean, my mate had a Super Fiore. Do you remember them? A Fiat Super Fiore.
No, I had to research that.
The twin cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a 1600 twin cam. Fuck me, that was quick.
Yeah.
And then they had a 2 litre. That was a Sport. I think the Super Fiore was a 1600 twin cam, and then the Sport was a 2 litre. Not the prettiest of cars, but God, they didn't off go.
Yeah.
Something like that, just to mess around in. I mean, all, like 2.8 Capris and all that. I wouldn't mind thrashing around in something like that and having space. Definitely a Cortina Mark II.
Yeah.
Cortina, definitely. Just the one that my mate had, because I hated him. I'd like to have that.
Still bitter about that.
That's a very humble,
really humble
5-car garage.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean,
apart from the DB5,
yeah.
I said about the Jensen Interceptor and all that. I mean, I see a Reliant. What is it? The Reliant copy of it.
Oh, the Schmeater or something.
Scimitar.
There was one of them at the show.
I can never pronounce it.
There was one there the other day, but the Jensen Interceptor, the same sort of motor, isn't it? I think the
Yeah.
Reliant was probably just a cheaper version, maybe, like the Robin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, like definitely the Esprit, because when we were kids, I don't know if you remember in Leighton Buzzard, there used to be a Lotus dealership there. I was probably about 9 or 10, so probably late 70s.
No.
It weren't Camden Motors, was it? But there was a Lotus.
I remember Camden Motors.
I remember Camden, yeah.
As you drove out of Leighton, it was on the right. But our neighbour worked there, and he took us there one day to see all the Lotuses and sit in them and that. I was only a kid.
Oh, wow.
And Bond had just come out. He bought one home one day. Fuck me, and seen kids like the Pied Piper and run up the street because they just thought James Bond had come out of our street. So that was mad, that. Yeah. And then we went there and sat in the cars. Now, again, I was just a kid then. But, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I've thought about that question because you asked that. I don't know, something American. A mate of mine over in Miami, he had a Camaro 1973, and we went to an American car show in that.
Yeah.
When we went out there, Oliver was only like 18 months old, and we spent a bit of time there. That was pretty cool, pulling up in that.
I guess that was on last week. Is that a 73 it's got? Lewis is on. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
an absolute beast.
Yeah, it was
beautiful
nice,
looking car.
Had some big, because we're fortunate enough to know these guys out there, and they're like, you go out there, can use a car. Not that one, obviously, but had some big fucking Dodge truck. So I just use that. I thought, you've got to be kidding me. I'm going to climb up into that and kill someone. So they've got some nice toys out there I've been lucky enough to use. But yeah, something like that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I remember, when we done that drive, that was in Miami. I done a drive from San Francisco up to Vegas.
Oh, no. I've done that drive.
Sorry,
my parents have done that.
I done it on the inside rather than the coastal side. So I went through Yosemite and that.
I was a passenger. Sorry, I'm talking shit. No, we flew.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, sorry, cancel that.
Well, I flew from New York to San Francisco because, I mean, you can get... there's a place called the AAA, like American Automobile Association, same as AAA, And I understood that I don't know if it's the same now, that if you were a member of the AA in the UK, you can go in there and they can give all your maps and stuff for free. So I just bullshitted it and said that I was a member of the AA in the UK. And they're like, oh, yeah. So they worked out a route from us, from San Francisco all the way up to Vegas. And I said, right, I want to be here. It's going to take me so long to get there. Booking up the hotel. They booked all the hotels, gave me all the maps and that. It was great. All the way up to Vegas.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good trip. All through...
And what did you do that in?
Camry or something. It's like a little rental car. Yeah. I should have told you.
You have to splash it out.
Should I make it more exciting? So, no, they weren't. Yeah, I didn't do the upgrade or anything like that. That was kind of a budget trip. That was a pretty neat. I mean, I didn't really see. I'd like to do that again. I don't know what motor in, but I'd like to do it so I can have and appreciate and take my time doing it.
Yeah.
Rather than like I've got to be there. I mean, driving through Yosemite, for example, took us like 8 hours to drive through there. It's massive.
Yeah,
Grand Canyon.
A couple of our guests before have done the Route 66. It took them 18 days to go from Chicago to...
but then stopping and enjoying it and appreciating it.
That's what they did. They literally tried to do, but they went on the old 66 as well because there's a newer road as well.
Like McQueen.
Yeah, they pretty much tried to do every sort of historic point within that road, and loved it. And then remember Wayne with the Dodge Ram? He's going to do it again with
I watched this podcast.
Yeah, you lived it. No, he's going to do it again this year with his missus and their kid, and he's doing it for 26 days, I think.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can really soak it up and appreciate it then. I don't remember. I mean, it's almost 30 years ago now, so it was kind of like we're going there, across the bridge, and it was like through Yosemite, Hoover Dam, Vegas.
Yeah.
It's not the same cruise, not in a Camry, is it? And something else up the Vegas Strip, is it? But that was all right. I mean, I like to do that again. It's something nice, really.
Yeah.
And there was a place we went there, because going through Death Valley itself, you got to go through there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, we was in some cowboy bar. I remember going in a saloon, where they throw the drinks down the bar and slide them down. We're in there, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and got a chat with this cowboy in there. He said, it's off to Vegas. Oh, yeah, you're going through the valley. I said, yeah. He said, well, you need to be going through there about 6 o'clock. I'm like, fuck, it's 2 o'clock now, got to sober up first. He said, no, you need to be through there before 6 o'clock in the morning because the heat. So that was like, right, we're going. Went home and, they used to take loads of water for the car. If you break down, don't get out, just sit there. And, what? Because they'd have patrols going through there for that reason.
Oh, really?
So, back then. And then... I don't use the air conditioning, all that sort of stuff. So, that was a pretty terrifying journey. Got out, sort of parked up, got out, quick photograph, back in. Thinking, that was it. But then ended up in Vegas there and then flew from there over to Canada. Flew from Vegas to Seattle and then got another car, same piece of shit maybe, and then went from there and drove to a place called Penticton. That was... it's like Banff is about 8 hours. I think this is something like 4 or 5 hour journey. It was a wedding we went to over there, and this was like the honeymoon thing. They were like into parascending and that.
Right, okay.
And there's convoy of cars going up there. That's pretty. That's a real nice route. It's really pretty there. God's country that. But you're in the arse end of nowhere. I remember one of the cars having a problem. They said, we're going to stop. There's a place up here like an hour away. Thinking an hour, But we got there and then gone into this gas station thing, and I remember walking in and this woman behind the thing with like this whole lot of beef jerky hanging up and that, and she had this beard, and I thought, I'm fucking out of it. All I could hear was the banjos, the dueling banjos. I thought, fuck, I'm off. So I got back in the car like, you all right? I went, yeah. Roll them up. So sat in there waiting for them, and they left the motor, and then we all jumped in, piled all their kit in the other 2 cars and travelled up. Because I had the walkie-talkies with them as well in the car, to see what's going on. All you could hear was the all the way through. But that was an experience. Because that is. But it would be nice to have something reliable and do something like that. Even if you had an RV and that and stopped off and that.
Yeah, it would be good to do an RV, especially taking in the scenery as well. Yeah,
not having that like time limit. I've got to be there in a week, so I had to stop there, do that, really sort of soak it up, and another day or two, whatever as you wanted to. I was just jumping in motels and stuff like that. It might be better in an RV. Because they're kitted out for it there, aren't they? They've got all that.
Oh, yeah, they're obviously the roads are bigger. So obviously the RVs
the RVs over there are like mobile homes.
Yeah.
Mobile houses, literally. They're fucking enormous.
But even that parking, something like that, I mean, I watched that Bradley Walsh thing. I mean, you've got to be joking. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to. I mean, my camper's left-hand drive because it's a Westphalia, they're all left-hand drive.
Oh, is it?
So that's had its own. They'll be all right out there. I'm going to ship it out there, but that's had its fun because Abby's in the passenger seat and I'm going around corners. She's like, "Move over!"
Yeah.
No, I'm like, "Yeah, but the lines move over." So I've had a few of that. Yeah.
Because that's a bit of a beast as well, isn't it? Obviously quite wide. Especially did you go down to like Cornwall and that, innit?
Yeah. I mean,
the roads are tiny down there, aren't they?
Yeah, the T25, I don't really do that.
Pop to Luke quickly.
Okay, mate.
I don't do the T25 down there because it's just too much of a hike and that.
There we go.
I've had my friends when they come over, because they used to drive in the States, they went to Scotland, they picked up what they call an RV, like motorhome here. I think they lost all the wing mirrors on that within a week.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, all sorts of tales there because everything's, so narrow and they can. But they've got some nice toys. They've just got, is it the Kia E9, is it? Electric thing?
Ionic, is it?
Oh, no, my neighbour's got an Ionic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, in America they've got, it's the Kia, I'm sure it's the E9.
Right, okay.
Big, I don't know, Range Rover looking thing.
Yeah.
You can take your hands off the wheels and that. And
Oh,
just
really?
drive.
It just drives itself?
One of the ladies he picked up from the airport and we're driving back. He said, "Look," she said, what are you doing?" He said, no, it can actually sits in the lanes and that. I said, yeah, let's maybe not do this.
My boys' mates are out in America at the moment and they sent him a video and I don't know whether it's a taxi or not, but there's nobody driving it.
Oh, wow.
There's a lad in the passenger seat, 2 lads in the back, and they're videoing it round, and as it comes around to the driver, there's no driver in it.
Yeah.
No,
and I was like, I don't think I'd like that. I'm
No.
not ready for that yet.
But even though, I mean, Alad's Golf, it's got like the sensors on, so if you're too close to the car in front, it backs off and all the rest of it. I ain't got
We
that tech,
went
have
to south of France in September, and my pal had a Tesla, and we're driving along.
They're quick.
Yeah, it was really quick. To be honest, it was comfortable and everything, but we're driving along, and as we're going down the motorway, somebody had broke down on the hard shoulder, but because they had the orange triangle out, the Tesla picked up the orange triangle, but then slammed on the brakes. Even though it was off the road, so it was nowhere near us, but it detected that there was a warning, and then just slammed on the brakes. But the car behind us, which was lucky enough, it was our friends, they had a newer car as well, which is electric. And because it was doing that follow me and follow the car in front, as soon as that car broke, obviously his car broke because he said, I wouldn't have been able to brake that quick. It was just, it was instant.
I had a guy
dangerous as well.
Hit me up the arse the other day actually, and I was just going down. Is it the V6? And just past a petrol station there, they'd coned one of the lanes off. So like everything, there's always that one that wants to cut in at last minute. And there's several cars down. Next minute, I see all these cones and lights getting flicked up in the air where he's fucking hit them and no one's let him in. And then where everyone's starting braking, so I've hit the brakes and I looked in the mirror and there's this guy in his Z3 was fucking white. And I don't know whether he weren't paying attention, phone or whatever, but he was on them brakes. I tell you, that must have been rattling his teeth because that ABS kicking in. Because that was, and I thought I was going to get it. I was taking the car off the MOT. I thought, there we go, going to write it off here.
Yeah.
Because if it had that stuff on it, it would just probably stop for him. But yeah, that weren't.
It's clever, but sometimes I think they're a little bit too clever.
Yeah. I know, guys. He's got an Ionic. He had the Ionic 1. And he's got the Ioniq 6 now, which is some motor, but he couldn't not buy it because I think it had done like 800 miles as a show in the showroom.
Is the Ioniq 6 the one?
That's a really ugly one.
The ugly one,
the fatter one, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like an armadillo.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, beautiful red, metallic red colour.
Right,
it's some motor that, but I think it's like 50 odd grand and 800 miles on it. It was like 20 odd grand, 28 grand or something. It was a no-brainer. So he parks the one in, got this, and he can't get in the garage. It's so wide, he can't get out.
Oh, really?
So but you can do it off the remote. So he actually drives it in off the remote on his key and reverses it in, but he can't drive it out because the sensors pick up the pillars in the garage. He's tried all sorts trying to get it out. So what he does now is he sets the tailgate up at halfway rather than full, so it doesn't foul the top of the garage, and he puts his seat down. Then he gets out, puts the seat down, does that, reverses it in, and then when he gets it out, he just climbs in like Thunderbird, and then
that's a lot of
slides in,
it's a lot of faff,
and then drives out, drives out. But that's the only way you can get it. It's either that or leave it outside.
That's a Bond trick, isn't it? Driving your phone,
driving
a car from your phone.
Watched him off the key, and he just reverses it back in, and that. But I say, he can't drive out. because it picks up, the sensors pick up the garage doors or whatever.
Right,
so you have to climb in through the back.
While we're on the subject of ugly cars, because we just mentioned it, what's the ugliest car ever made?
Oh, it's that frog thing, isn't it? All day long.
The Fiat Multipla.
Although I did see, so it's kind
of. Is it a Fiat Multipla?
Yeah, that is still. I mean, there is only that. But I see it's come up a lot. But no, it's no question about it. I did see one the other week. We were driving home in the van. Fortunately, it's on that side, so I can get Abby. She's in the passenger seat to take the photographs of this thing. But it was an A1, Volkswagen A1. It's like something out of Captain Scarlet.
Is this what the picture you sent me?
It is.
It is. All right.
That's kind of ugly. It's sort of futuristic kind of...
Can you get that out, Chris? Because it is really weird.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, I think I know the one.
It's like a Captain Scarlet.
It does look like something from...
thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
proper, like... curve.
It's really, not your Carmen gear.
No.
I mean, that's a car that I would have, a Carmen gear.
Yeah, you mentioned that, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Would that be in your 5-car garage?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to have something like that. I'd love to have the money to buy the garage to put them in, to be fair.
Volkswagen A1. Those ones.
No.
No.
Oh, I think I know. I haven't got my phone on me.
It's the wheel rails are covered, aren't they? And
They're actually.
I looked them up. It's like 2013 they made them.
They were made for sort of like.
Was it more of a concept thing?
It was a concept thing, but I think it was something for like mega miles per gallon or something like that.
That's it.
Like really aerodynamic. They're worth an absolute fortune now.
Right.
They're really.
I saw that on the A421, that thing. I mean, that was only last year. That I've never seen one before.
No, I've never seen one.
It's not the prettiest, but yeah, there must be something about it.
Okay.
When they got
so, what is the prettiest car ever made?
Good segue.
Well, I do like the Carmen gear. I mean, I'm going old school, not all this new stuff.
Yeah, you can see obviously that's your.
I like the Carmen gear. I like definitely.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'd definitely have something like that.
I did watch a video the other week and they'd restored one and they'd done such an amazing job on it. It was beautiful.
It'd be nice to have that money, space, time, the right people on it.
That's
not going to charge £100.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
It's really weird from the back as well, isn't it?
It's worse from the back. Yeah.
Do you like it?
I like that.
You would.
But, I don't know. I appreciate it for what, but then like we had that difference of opinion at the car show. Yeah. I really like that Ferrari. And you guys thought it was hideous. I loved it.
What was it? It's a Ferrari
400?
You'd probably like it, to be honest with you.
See, when you talk about the Ferrari, I see. When I was out in the States again, I sent you the thing, Cannon in Connecticut. Is it New Cannon? Over there this year, or last year now, and my mate Stacey said, "Oh, there's a car show, and we're only like an hour away. It's one of the biggest ones in America." And you think the biggest car show, one of the biggest in America, has got to be some size. Fucking hell, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it was pissing down rain on the way there. Some of these cars have probably never ever been out in the road. You know, they were obviously gutted, but I've never seen so many Porsches and McLarens, and it just endless amounts of motors. It was cars and carburetors in New Cannon. There must have been, I don't know, there's got to be at least 1,500 motors here, if not more. I don't know. I'll have to have a look on that and do the maths on that.
Yeah.
But just cars and cars and cars.
When they do a car show in America, like Cars and Coffee, just on a Friday or a Sunday or whatever, they fucking do it so well.
Yeah,
it's proper. It was we used to go to Florida a lot, and there's a place called Old Town, and every Friday and Saturday he's put on this just a local car show. Some of the cars that come out, they were like show quality, and they were just these.
But the weather's there, isn't it? They're not even going to get wet, are they?
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Even the likes of the Stoney car show we just been to.
Yeah.
You know, some of the cars there were beautiful.
Yeah.
And you think it's January, most people wouldn't wear it because there's salt on the roads. You know, these cars are worth a fortune. I wouldn't want to bring them out anyway.
They're alone because it was so wet. I mean, it dried off later on and they were getting the chamois out and cleaning them all up. No, I'm on about in America, and they were shamming them all up and that and cleaning them up. There's people wrapping cars there and doing demos on that. It was honestly something else. There was an old T25 there actually for sale that I see there. But there was an old boy there with an F40. And he had the back up, and he was letting people sit in it. You know, it was just like, well, it's probably this is toy, but he weren't anal about it and precious about it. He's letting people sit in it and rev it up.
Yeah.
Because I remember stood at the back when someone revved it up, thinking should never have done that. It is popping.
I've got a very similar story to that actually, which just reminded me. Years and years ago, me and Kirsty, my wife, we went to London, and You're thinking about putting in the Borat thing, aren't you? In the edit. Am I? Should I say it? I'll have to say it like that. But anyway, we were just walking through and there was 2 Ferraris parked up, and there was this old boy who was obviously very wealthy, done well in his life, and his wife had died. But he'd bought 2 Ferraris. One was a 360 Scuderia, one was a 430 Challenge Stradale. Or I might have got them the wrong way around. But he was just letting people sit in them and just rev the engine
and appreciate it. Yeah.
Just appreciate them for what they are, because he was like, well, I can't share them with my wife anymore. I might as well share them with the public.
That's lovely, yeah.
And Kirsty's got some lovely photos of me in these cars, and I'm just like, But I might have got them the wrong way around. 458 Speciale and 360 Challenge Stradale.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but they were
nice.
I've got loads of pictures of that. You have to. It looked like some chromey type Jag there. I've got a picture of that as well. Whether it is, you might be able to help me with some of these pictures. But it was something else.
I think the point I was trying to get at with that is that cars are cars and they're precious to people, but you've got to let people
appreciate
them for what they are.
They did
as well.
just that. There was a few of them that did just that.
That's the point I was trying to get at.
Yeah, it's nice. I think they're there to be looked at and they're there to be sat and drove. Really, so if you can, why not?
Yeah, it's a nice toy, and they've got the roads for it out there as well, haven't they? I mean, they've. Going back to what I had a guy that won a Lexus out there. That was quick. That, I mean, you remember Santa Pod? They had that Beetle there, didn't they, years ago? Electric Beetle.
Yes, I do.
The white one.
Yeah.
And it deliberately had the back open to show there was nothing in it. Fucking hell, that thing used to move and that. But there was no noise. It was just like...
Yeah.
And everyone's revving up there, and this was just... Quick, could just hear the tyres on the rubber.
Quick. So what's the fastest you've been in a car? Was you going to say that?
No. I was going to say, we're talking about electric. Would you buy an electric car?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
No, definitely not. I mean, I've been in them. I think I get enough anxiety with the Campervan and the fuel gauge because it's like that. I go uphill, and I'm full up, and go down here, it's empty, and I'm tapping it. I'm thinking. I've been close to running out in that a few times. And I don't want to be doing that.
So you don't need that with electricity.
So I don't know. I couldn't do it really. Yeah. I mean, they're quick. I mean, as I say, I've had to go in like the E9. When you in the bathroom, just talking about that, a friend's got an E9, the Kia E9. I mean, that's something else. What a gadget that! I went in, was in Malta recently, and a taxi driver, BYD.
They're massive.
Hell.
I think they're the biggest electric company now.
They are. It was on the news only a couple of days ago. They've overtaken Tesla now, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a taxi. I said, crikey, what's this space age thing? I mean, that was proper.
They are like spaceships inside, aren't they? Yeah.
And he just said, look, all the software gets updated regularly. And he said it was no brainer for me getting this. He said I can work for Bolt, Uber, and myself. He said, and everyone's in comfort. But that was something else.
Figuratively speaking, them cars are cheap.
Yeah, for what they are.
Yeah,
for what you get.
A couple of our neighbours and one of Kirsty's friends, they've just got a Cherry or a Cheery. It's spelled Chery. There's a dealer up in Wolverton along the high street.
Okay, all right.
But it looks like a Land Cruiser. It looks like a fucking massive SUV thing.
Yeah.
And they paid less than 30 grand for it.
Did they?
And Kirsty went in to have a go in it, and she said it massages you, it does all this, and it's fucking wicked.
You'd probably have to buy the extras, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You have to have that, knob for your radio, whatever. But they've got it. It's all just in there, isn't it?
I think that's the biggest thing. That's like what Jamie said when our friend who came on ages ago. There's a company in Dubai. It's called Rox. It's another Chinese electric car company, and it's like getting a Range Rover quality and shit for
even more though, isn't it?
Yeah,
really. For your money, it's
less than half the price of a Range Rover. It's just gone mad.
But the amount of gadgets and toys on them, you would never. I mean, you don't get manuals these days for them anyway, but you would never use. You'd probably sell it in 20 years' time, not knowing what every button done.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's so much on them, isn't there, and to do, and What I found strange in Tesla's that events and that, it's all on that screen, which way you can.
That really bugs you, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's swipe. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a distraction. It's distracting, isn't it? Mm.
Yeah, because there's nothing in them. They're quite boring inside, but God, they're quick.
I did watch a film the other day. And actually, you guys need to watch this. It's called Eeny Meeny.
Yeah, I've had it to the list.
Have you? You'd love it. It's basically like the Gone in 60 Seconds style of movie. Mm-hmm. It's that. It's probably the closest to Gone in 60 Seconds that they've brought out since. The cars in it are fantastic. The girl in it, she's gorgeous. The storyline's brilliant. And they could have done a few more car chases. That's the only thing I'd say. There was probably maybe 4 or 5, and they were really good. But definitely watch Eeny Meeny.
Okay.
But I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's a bit in it with an electric cutter where somebody tries to run somebody over but they're obviously being electric. It doesn't let. It just works really well. It made me chuckle. That's what made me remind. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not for me. That I don't think the electric. I mean, you know, automatics and stuff. All the kids want them now, don't they? Because they're going to be in them anyway at some point, aren't they? Electric, aren't they? So
I think once you go automatic, you'll never go back where you are.
I would.
Would you?
Yeah, massively.
No, I don't think
I would if it was my car, because it's my company car. I wouldn't have it for every day, just due to the amount of driving I do.
How much do you do?
A lot.
Oh, he's not going to do it.
No, I had a manual for my first car, and it's just laborious. But if I had one, it would be great. But I do like driving Kirsty's car because it is a manual, and I do get enjoyment out of it. Yeah,
that's one thing. In the States, they don't have that. My mate's got a Jeep out there, and that's what they call it, stick shift out there. But
it's rare,
everybody can drive it.
No.
Like, they can't. Oh, we can take the Jeep. Oh, no, I can't because I can't drive it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know. It's just that foot down there. But that Camaro, mate, that was a stick shift, as you called it.
Yeah.
Which kind of put a lot of people off. They'd look in the window as you drove into the car show, like, stick shift, is it, mate?
But out there, if you can drive a stick shift, you can drive.
Yeah,
that's the way they look at it. Really.
Yeah. It's not just that foot down, but... Yeah, they're not for me. I don't think so. Any of that electric light.
So on to Russell's question.
Yes.
What's the fastest you've ever been in a car?
It could be a passenger as well.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's not silly like you. I mean, I went in in my Campervan. I think I've done over a ton in that, but not really.
Did you?
And that was all fully loaded with all the crap and the camping gear.
Downhill.
Not in my, not the T25. I'll be lucky to get 70 out of that. But yeah, that was hammering along in that. I had a client of mine when I was in finance. Said he got in Prezzo. I got in that once. He come round, dropped some money off car insurance at the time, and he took me out in that. Fucking hell, that was something else. Never
Great
again.
cars.
Yeah, that was. Quick.
That's what you had, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I had an Prezzo.
I don't know what speed we were doing, but that was just the being thrown back in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt I was like, geez, in that. That was crazy. That
Cool.
It'd be nice to have a little flash around or something like that, actually.
Yeah, on a track or just round the Milton Keynes roundabouts.
Yeah, well, you couldn't. There's too many cops now, isn't there? I mean, even like the car show and that. I walked through there the other day, and all these like-minded kids in there. Some there's a couple of kids in there, but in general, it's like a like-minded individuals just talking shit about cars, really. Yeah. What wheels and stereos and exhausts have got.
Something that I've picked up on, and
it's cameras everywhere.
Some of the car shows we've been to is the stigma with Focus STs.
Oh, right.
People just hate them. Not the cars, the people that drive them for some reason.
That's one just popping and banging.
Yeah, that's it with them, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I think they're
now.
quite nice cars. I'd have one, but because of the stigma, maybe not.
They've got cameras to stop all that. They're just giving them all these, is it section 56? Yeah, because I used to cut through there quite often, and it'll all be like skid marks and donuts and outside network rail all the time.
Yeah.
It's not so much that now. It's just all like McDonald's wrappers and shit all over the floor.
Yeah.
But yeah, even talking to some of the PCSOs now, I'm like, what are you doing here? There's big presents. These guys are not really here to hurt anyone, are they? Or rob anyone. They're just talking about motors now. They're kicking out of trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, sometimes.
But there's
there's always one idiot, I suppose. That's the thing.
That's ruining it. Yeah.
So movie cars. What's your favourite movie car?
Well, that would definitely be the Lotus Esprit.
The reason I did, obviously you brought this up before, but in the pictures that you sent me, there's a picture of the Blues Brothers police car in there.
Oh, God, yeah.
Why is that in there?
I'll tell you what that is. Do you remember lockdown and that? There was a guy going around Milton Keynes in the Blues Brothers car.
I do remember this.
Yeah. He come up our street.
All right.
And that was like when everyone's like, fuck you, Boris, we're going out. It's like, never mind the social distancing. The Blues Brothers had just drove up my street. So we all went running out to see that. I mean, yeah.
Because you live in Bradwell Village,
I like the child chasing now.
Well, you used to?
Yeah, still do.
So there was somebody in Bradwell Village that used to make like replica, I don't know who lives near you, he used to make like replica cars. He made the Batmobile.
Oh,
he
nice.
made one of the cars from, I think it was the pickup truck from Cars. You know,
yeah,
he made
Major,
that.
isn't it?
And
that'd be fun driving through on that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, have one of them.
Every now and then somebody will send me them. It's like, oh, you need to get him on the podcast. So I need to try and find out whereabouts he is.
I don't know where that is.
It's around...
Maybe he's got the Bluesmobile.
It could be the same guy.
Right.
Yeah, but he's definitely... they look really smart.
Because I think he'd done a lot in lockdown and just cheering people up, really, by driving round in that. I don't know if you could book him to just drive up the street.
It's actually a really good idea.
It is,
it was great. Everybody
great
was out and that. And we never saw anyone them days, but everybody was out that day. Never mind that 4 metre thing. It was like the Bluesmobiles here. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Okay, so the most embarrassing thing you've ever done to a car or in a car?
I think that would be the static strips thing, really. I don't really do anything with them. Just for the humiliation.
No.
So it's like a thin black rubber strip, right?
But it had a reflector on it as
That's
well.
right,
That's right. It had a reflector wore off on the tarmac anyway.
Yeah.
And then,
and it's sort of like just dangled back from the behind your, almost where your mud flat would be, isn't it?
A little 10mm spanner to clip it on the bumper and that, just to save us from getting hit by
So you actually put that on, or they already
I actually put them on, I'm embarrassed to say,
Yeah, what did I say?
That's probably the most embarrassing thing so far. In fact, or the most embarrassing thing of 26 so far.
No picture of the because it had 2 white pinstripes on that Escort, and I actually took them off and put new ones back on to make them, because they were wonky. And I think I should have just left them off at that point.
The OCD kicked in.
Well, I should never have put them back on. But yeah, that's, go faster stripes. But yeah, it's that. And other than that, I've not really done any little mods or anything like that.
You mentioning the little strips. I see something the other day that I haven't seen since like the early 90s. You remember people's like car doors? You used to put like reflectors on them.
I've got them on the Golf.
Have you?
They come with it.
I haven't seen them for ages.
Not on my Golf. On the estate, they come with it, and I thought, they can stay on there. But yeah, they're on there. In actual fact, I washed it the other day and one come off, and I actually clipped it back on.
Did you? Oh, mate.
They'll have to come off now, won't they?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
No, keep them on, because it's nostalgia, isn't it?
Period. Yeah.
Movie car and the DB5 and that. I've got the plaque now, actually. He's a customer one. He worked at Aston Martin's. He was one of the final inspectors.
Okay.
And he gave me this plate years ago. It's what it's what they put underneath the bonnet.
Oh wow.
And I got hold of that, and I gave it to a dear friend of mine. And
I know his son, Adrian.
Do you? Do you remember when he had an accident years ago and a car fell on him?
Yeah.
In his garage.
Yeah.
Come off the axle stand.
Yeah, I used to hang about with Bully.
He was a lucky boy, him. He was a lucky boy.
Really?
Years and years ago, yeah. I always remember his dad. He said his dad was worked at Aston Martin.
Yeah, I never got to look round there, but he gave me
that's fucking cool
plaque. Well, I gave it away, and it was only a couple of years ago. I was in the area, and I thought, I wonder if he still lives here. So I knocked him up. And
can I have another one?
Yeah, well, it was pretty much like that. In the back of my mind, I was like, I'm going to have to ask him. And I said to him, I remember that time years ago, you gave me this plaque. I said, I've done a really stupid thing, but I gave it to a dear friend of mine. And that he went, it's all right, I'll give you another one. And he opened up his cupboard, and he had a fucking stack of them in there.
Really?
And he gave me another one there.
That's
lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
knock on his door again. We want one.
I love that.
I'll do that. I'll have to get round there. But yeah, so that's what they put. He was the final inspector. I think he'd retired from there then, but he was still doing a little bit of subbing for him, like 1 day a week or whatever. That's a couple of years ago now. He might not be doing it at all now. But yeah, he's got a stack of them like playing cards in his little cupboard.
Talking of playing cards, that's a good segue. Look. So I brought that today. I'm not going to put you on the spot, but you're a magician, aren't you?
I'm not,
or used to be.
Kind of.
Can you show us a trick?
Yeah. Put me on the spot.
Yeah. You can't come on and not do a card trick.
I like the way you brought them sealed as well.
Yeah.
So this is.
You're going to have to open them up for us. And
go on, my friend.
I'll do it.
It's like a pack of fags.
I was going to have a question while I get these open.
Rants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you must have some rants.
I've got a fucking list here.
My old man said he'll have some rants.
Well, first and foremost, it's the middle lane thing.
Yes.
There's no question about that.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, and that takes you back to like.
Actually, I've got one as well.
I like to get like a Hummer or a fucking tank just to push the people out of the way. Yeah, there's no question about that. To a point where I'll deliberately undertake them.
Yes, so will I.
And
doing it
sometimes, I don't often give them the eyes now and glare. I'll just have my hand on the horn as I'm driving past like that. And then sometimes I just reach into the door card and get my hand gestures out and let them have some of that as well. But I won't look at them. But I deliberately go on the inside for that because I thought it was an offence to do that shit anyway.
It is. You can get done.
No one's ever got nicked for it, have they?
Yeah, they can if they want to. I think
I read the rules about it.
Did you?
Yeah, it's frowned upon, but it's kind of like frowned upon. If you were doing like that between the traffic and you were doing it to gain
hopping and
kind of aggressively gaining,
which you see a lot of anyway. That's another rant.
Yeah,
them idiots.
But if they're doing under the speed limit, like the vast majority I see on the motorway doing 64, 65 in lanes 2 and 3. If I'm doing 70 in lane 1, technically it's not illegal because they shouldn't be doing what they're doing.
So who's more likely to get pulled over, you or them?
Probably me.
Is it?
Because I'm more dangerous than what they
That's
are.
unfair, that.
It's bizarre, but again, I'll undertake people at 70 and you'll just see them slow down, 62, 60. It's just absolutely bizarre, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And it's never going to get better.
But the driving you do, you must see a lot of it.
I see a hell of a lot of it. I see a hell of a lot of it.
And phone use, another one.
Phone use bugs me.
Yeah, but people even texting. There's one talking on your phone, but actually to text someone.
Yeah. I've been on a coach a few times, and it's great in a coach because you can look down on these people and you can catch them. There's loads of people doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's good if you're on a coach, you just film them, go, right, I'm going to stick that on somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's shuffle.
No, you can shuffle them.
All right.
I do find that in the truck because you can see a bit higher. The amount of people touching the screens and the phones. You won't see it if you're there level, but because I'm slightly higher,
you can see
And that's the other thing, when you're
looking down
even stopping at lights and that, they pause for fucking breath and they're straight on their phone. You think, crikey, hang on, you've just changed. Come on, move along there. Yeah, that's the phone use thing and how dangerous that is. Dodging lights. City set order off the A5, the stated bushes ones. They change so quick between green and amber and that, and everybody cuts out on that last amber to red, and then their arse will be sticking out, and then you can't get past because they've dodged the lights, so they get hand gestures as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's an offence to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to move on amber, are you?
No,
hand gestures.
Hand gestures, yeah. Give it a.
Is it?
Apparently, someone told me the other way.
It's going to offend somebody. Everything offends people now. I'm surprised we haven't been cancelled yet.
I'll find out. I'll give someone a hand gesture and see what happens.
Come in with a black eye in the next episode.
When it's like, when you let someone out and they just drive past and that and don't acknowledge and say thanks.
Yeah.
I always give them the fucking finger and that. And sometimes I've done it and then they wave and you think, shit, I just left that a little bit too early there. They was going to wave anyway. But I often do that. That really bugs me when no one thanks you for that.
Yeah.
Tailgating, another one.
It's got a whole page on rants.
They're so valid.
Yeah.
They're so valid.
Tailgating, right up your backside driving.
Yeah, that annoys me actually. Yeah. Do you ever slow down on purpose?
Yeah, I mean, I've done the brake check a few times and that upsets a few people. But it's better to slow down, isn't it? And just to wind them up a bit. But yeah, that really bugs me, that. Especially when you've got little ones in the car and all that, back in the day. That was, I remember having... You had like a little sign that you can program up. I had that in the back of one of the cars once, and it'd be like, please back off or fucking back off.
Someone done that to me the other week. They had the thing
like
in the car.
Cops have, yeah.
Did I tell you on the podcast?
Like the cops have, isn't it?
No, you know the way from Milton Keynes to Northampton, but you go the back way, so it's that new road, diverts past road and stuff like that. I was just following somebody, and I was minding my own business, going to our office. And then this illuminated gesture just come up in the back of that. I thought, I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah. And then it said, fuck off my arse.
Oh, brilliant.
At the back. But I didn't think I was close enough to tailgating. So I reckon he must have just got the ump. Yeah. And then literally when we got to the roundabout, he turned right and I turned left, and this big arm just come out and just went like that.
Did it?
So I give him a wanker back and he turned around and he followed me.
Oh, great.
And
was you shitting yourself?
Not really. But then he just got there and he just went, I just went, oh, fuck off. But it was just...
Don't you know how I am?
I think it leads on to people just get the ump for the sake of getting the ump. Or
sometimes when you put a steering wheel in front of someone, they change, don't they?
Yeah, or they just get too self-righteous. And they just think,
I mean... There's kids out there think it's like Mario Kart, driving through Milton Keynes on the lanes, dodging in and out and all that. You see all that going on, that drives me nuts. I think, look, or they know they're doing the same route to work every fucking morning. They know where they're going, but they know they should be in the other lane and then they get across and that. You think, look, you're going to turn right anyway because you do this every day. Yeah. Them sort of things, really. Definitely the tailgating thing. But that means something else in the States of tailgating. We went... again, that's going years ago to like a baseball game, and tailgating is like not driving up someone's arse. It's actually like barbecuing from the tailgate of your truck.
Oh, okay.
So we went and met in a car park.
There you go. Not put a barbecue on the back of your truck, Chris.
Yeah, do it.
And, no, but it was like proper catering. It was like, states of barbecues coming out and that. And then they said, if you get... A mate of mine knew a cop. He said he's got a get out of jail card they gave him. And he said, if you get stopped, just show this and they'll leave you alone. because you're not really supposed to be doing it. And if you're drinking, you've got to have it in them little red cups and that. You can't have like open bottles and cans and that. And so we were tailgating, and these cops turned up, and it was the funniest thing. It's like Bridget Nielsen get out with all the guns and that, and this little golf cart, that NYPD golf cart. It's hilarious. And like, she unpeeled herself and got out, and then my mate was like, you know, what are you doing here? And she got the card out. Said, no, we're friends of such and such, and they just left us alone to get on with it. But yeah, tailgating. Cool. I mean, lights. Last one, lights. No lights and that. Well, I pulled someone. I was at the roundabout the other day.
Happens
and I had one light out, so I got alongside him. We were just both going across, and I tooted and wound down the window. And I was like, "Oh, mate, you've rear lights out." I said, "Oh yeah, I know, mate. Yeah." That was it. Joe foot in front of him, and his fucking headlight was out as well. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So that bugs me.
Yeah. Although, one of Cooper's headlights are out on his little Fiesta, so I bought a bulb for it the other day. And to change the, I think you had this in your Mondeo as well.
Battery out or something.
No, well, almost. To change the bulb in the main beam bulb in the main headlight, you have to take the front grille off, to then take the headlight out. But you have to take the whole. You can't just get to it from the back. You have to take the whole headlight out. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I can't be bothered with this. And one of the other headlight is all like gone sort of like. Faded.
That's right. You can actually polish that out.
You can polish it out, and then some
toothpaste.
They do say toothpaste. I've tried it. It doesn't work.
You're better off buying a kit and have a mop to do it.
Well, I managed to get 2 headlights for 50 quid.
Oh right.
So because I've got to take the grille off anyway.
Oh, you might
rather than change the bulb, I'm just changing the whole headlight. Why not?
Yeah. No, and just lights in general. Not like broken lights. Not lights off. I mean, I remember in my Escort. When I had that years ago, come out of, it was the Beefeater, it's still there, isn't it, up City Centre? Mm-hmm. And I've come out of there, girlfriend next to me, on the way back to Cranfield, so I come flying out of there, and this car's cut me up, or cut out in front of me, so I've tooted, give him the hand gesture, fucking hell, then it went on for like 3 or 4 roundabouts, he's overtaking me, shouting at me, pulling me over, getting in front of me, and I'm cutting out, and next roundabout, and eventually got to one roundabout, and he pulled up, he's screaming as he's coming past me, pointing, shouting at me. I'm thinking, oh God, I've got his girlfriend next to me. How's this looking? Pulled up at the next roundabout, and I couldn't swing out. So I had to reverse back because he's so close. I was so close to him. How he'd slowed me down. And then as I was reversing, he got out. He fucking unpeeled himself, and his big vest, his fucking bear come out. Run up to the car, I thought, oh, I'm going to get hurt here. So I pushed the button down. Bearing in mind, I've got his girlfriend next to me. How brave was I? Put the button down, and he slammed his fist on the top of the car and said, turn your fucking lights on. He'd not seen me. I'm fucking giving it to him because he cut me up. He's not seen me because I've got no lights on.
Oh, shit.
But I see a lot of that in Milton Keynes because it's so lit up. A lot of cars with no lights on.
See, I can almost sympathise with them because when I had my Kia, as soon as you turn that on, all your dash lit up as if your lights are on.
Yes.
So it's quite easily, you can easily forget that you haven't put your lights on because years ago, if your dash lights was off,
you ain't got them on.
Your lights weren't on. And so I can see why people do drive around as much as they do.
But often running lights, they work at the front, don't they?
That's what I was going to say.
But not at the back as well. Yeah, because again, because your dash is lit up, you think, oh, lights are on, but they ain't.
Yeah, daytime running lights on some cars are so bright that...
But they're not on the back, are they? They're just on the front.
They're just on the front, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, that.
Talking about getting chased, it reminded me a little while back of an incident I had, a road rage incident.
Never.
Not from me, though. So basically, I've come out of Monkston. So as I pulled it out, I sort of stopped at the junction, looked up the road, and there was nothing there. Well, there's a car in the distance. So I thought, I've got loads of time to come out. This is when I had the Mondeo. So I've pulled out, and as I've pulled out, this car fucking flew past me. He was doing way over a ton. It was scary, and I was like, fuck, like that. And then he's gone in front and broke in the middle of the road. There was no other cars about, and just broke. And he must have been 100 yards away. That's how fast he was going, how long it took to stop. So I've stopped, and he's opened the door, and again, he was a fucking critter as well. He come out, and he's fucking, and I just thought, I was doing boxing at the time as well, so I thought I can one lesson. I at least got one good punch in me, right? So I was like, do I? And he's walking towards me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to run him over. At that point, I was like, I'm not fighting him because he's fucking massive. I'm just going to run the cunt over. So I'm like that, and then he's kind of like stopped, and the person that was in the car with him, because it wasn't my fault, he literally was going going far too fast for the road. And you could see the person got out and was like, get back in the fucking car now. So I think he calmed down by then. But I'm revving my engine is to say, if you come any closer, I'm just going to fucking run you over. I don't care. I'll just say my foot slipped. I was like, fuck yeah.
From your 8 before self for the next 10 years.
Well, it was either that or roll around the fucking floor with him. It was massive. I thought, fuck it. I let them on down, sort it out.
I've had it where people sort of park up in front of you and they're just like, I'm just nipping in here. I'm like, no, I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
Don't you nip in anywhere. You're in my fucking way now. I can't get out. I've had a bit of that and some road rage with that. I'm like, move the car. Like, well, no, I'm not moving. Just move the car. I've got, had a bit of that.
So I've got a new weekly rant.
Go on then.
I think we should all have a weekly rant. The thing that bugs me at the moment, or this week, I was parked behind a Mercedes, I think it was, and it had 4 tailpipes at the back, and only had an exhaust on one of them, one side of it. But it was in so imagine like the 2 round circles with the end of the exhaust pipes. The exhaust was in the middle of the 2. So obviously they was completely fake.
Yeah.
They looked quite good until you parked behind it and you could see. And I was just like, one of them was capped off to one side, and then the other side was like plastic tailpipes with the exhaust in the middle. And
so your rant is fake tailpipes?
Yeah, I just kind of think if you're going to go to the effort, just fucking put proper exhaust on
that
it.
little 10mm nut on there that's tightening on, when that rattles loose and that comes flying off and through your windscreen.
This is built into the back. This isn't. Was
it factory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think if you're going to try and make your car look as nice as it looked, because it did look smart, at least do it properly.
It's a very common thing on modern cars. Do you remember my Cupra?
Yeah.
That had the bronze exhaust, what looked like it. There was nothing there. The exhaust was underneath the car and it just pointed down.
Oh, yeah, because you used to have speakers in it, didn't you?
Yeah.
We used to make engine noises.
Yeah.
But don't they
Used to go vroom, vroom
that's
noises.
right, they do speakers on the outside of cars.
It's
don't they?
brilliant.
What is
No,
it?
on the inside.
Inside? So you can hear it?
It was brilliant.
Oh, because they're so soundproofed, you can hear
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It used to make a fake engine noise inside the car.
When you put it in sport mode,
Yeah.
it did... it made it sound like fucking thunder. It was brilliant. It just made me drive like an absolute swag.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's like having like the music on, isn't it? The loud music that makes you drive like a twat.
Yeah.
It's the
But
same
then,
kind of
like
buzz,
when
isn't it?
you have launch control in that car and everything like that, it was fucking brilliant.
It's cool car,
it was
actually.
so cool. I want
Yeah.
that one.
Right, so can we get... Have you done your rants?
Rant's done.
Rant's done. Can we get to the card trick, please?
Speeding, that's one of your questions, isn't it?
Pay attention, Chris. Yeah, we'll do the speeding afterwards.
Okay. I was going to get your pen one off for this. You're going to take one of these off.
Go on, Barrett.
But not that one.
Not
and have a look at that and then show Russ so he's not cheating.
Yeah.
And just remember that. What I'd normally do is I get you to sign it at this point when I pop that inside. Do you remember what your card was?
Yep.
What was it?
8 of spades.
8 of spades.
Yep.
That comes back up to top. If we just do this and then just pop that in there like so, snap of fingers, comes back up to top.
What the fuck? That's amazing.
So 8 of spades. Let's see. So 2 of diamonds
Yeah.
changes to your 8.
I love that.
And then let's see.
I'm trying to watch it to see if I can figure out the hand
I
movements,
can't.
but I can't.
And then if you just poke it in there for me.
Poke.
That one inside.
Just go in there.
Yeah, and snap your fingers and it comes to the top. No? Okay, you know I've done stuff here instead.
That's in his mouth. That's really clever.
That's very clever.
Yeah, that's impressed me more than I thought it would. Yeah, well done. You're good at what you do. Right, speeding. What's the fast? No, we've done.
No, we've done
speeding
that.
tickets.
Speeding points.
tickets. Yeah, I've had probably nowhere near what you guys have.
I think on your notes you put that you wiggled your way out of one, haven't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, remember in Cranfield, you go through Malso, there was like a phone box there.
Yeah.
And you said, hide behind there, you should fucking jump out like Chinese angels. and nab you right on that corner. And I had one there years ago. I had to do, I think I'd won another one, I think I'd done a course on that. Another one was at the city centre. I think it was a 30 going down and a 40 going across. I think it's all 30 now. Mm-hmm. So down like past down Seckler or whatever it is, Witherspoons and that. I think I got had there, but the picture weren't that good. So I just said it weren't me.
Oh, right.
So that went on for a bit, but I got away with that. But then I had another one a couple of years later in Wellingborough, and I thought I'd try the same gag on and said it wasn't me driving, blah, blah, blah. And then I had a knock on the door one Sunday morning, this big motorcycle cop all in leather, early, got me out of bed. And technology's changed. This photograph, fuck me, you can see my fillings. So it's like, there's no way I could get away with that. It's like,
that's my twin brother.
And it's like, do you want to reconsider your last statement? I'm like, yeah, okay. So I had to take that. I think that was the course. But been pulled a few times and had a few where I've kind of got away with it. In the old days where the coppers were coppers, like, go on, clear off. Slow down a bit and just give you a kick in the arse, you know. But point-wise, I had one, that was when I was younger. Bit silly, you know, had a drink and that, got pulled, and then refused to give a breathalyzer. So,
there's a top tip for you. If you ever get pulled over and they ask you to do a breathalyzer test, if you asked for refuse to do the breathalyzer and say you want to get a blood test, it takes them about 2 or 3 hours for someone to come out.
That's exactly what I heard. They took me in.
Right.
It was in Bletchley. I was going back when I had the escort. I was in Bletchley Police Station. I don't know if it's still there. They probably built a house on it now. But
no, I think it's still there.
Is it? Yeah. So I got to go in. I refused to do it at the roadside, so I went in. And then I didn't do the blood either. I'd done a urine test. And then it was like a good cop, bad cop scenario thing going on there. It was like, well, you know, you've been drinking. I'm like, I haven't. And he brought this little sample bottle in and stuck it on the table. He said, look, you've tested positive, you know, so we're going to... But convinced I had. Anyway, they left me to sweat it out for a bit, and I was in there for, must have been like 30, 40 minutes on my own. No one come back in. So I remember sticking my head out, and there was no one about, so I fucking walked out. So I just literally walked out of the station, and no one challenged me. And then it was about, I was looking over my shoulder for fucking best part of 2 weeks after that. And I got a rude awakening early in the morning, pulled me in. And then I got nicked for drink driving and taking a piss.
Did you?
So literally took the thing and put it in my pocket and ran out.
Taking the piss.
Taking the piss.
Literally taking the piss.
God, can you imagine that on the charge sheet in court? You are here, sir, for taking the piss.
There's none of that. No, I was just kidding with that. Speeding wise, it's just them really. That's it. I haven't. It's too. I mean, I don't want the 4-hour course again for a start.
Yeah.
And on the insurance, I mean, back in the day, I think you got 3 points. It was right. And 6, they kind of load it. Because I worked for Carb Insurance at the time, and 3 points they'd let you go, but anything over that, they'd load your policy. So, like financially, you don't want to be
I think 3 is a given now, isn't it? It's almost a.
Would that not be
it's almost a non-event.
Oh, is it?
Well, you think so many people get 3 points these days, and with the amount of camera vans and stuff like that, if you get 3 points for doing 34, 35. Let's be honest, you're not really dangerous, are you?
Yeah.
No. I think if you're doing 90 out in a 20 or in a school zone or something like that.
I thought I got out the other week because they changed Saffron Way. They've changed that to a 40 now. And I turned the corner and this big smiley face come up saying, you know, well done, 34 mile an hour. And I thought, I didn't know this was a 30 or a 40 along here. And as I just increased speed and I was trying to work out where the signs were if it was a 40, then I was doing about 44, 45, and there was a cop up on the bank in the van. I thought, oh, God, I've been had. Got into work and everyone's like, yeah, we've all fucking seen it. We've all been had this morning, but none of us heard anything. So I think it was just like to tell us.
Is this the one by
more
Albrook?
Deterrent?
Yes, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, they've changed it to 40, haven't they?
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I'd look at that road all the time. As a result, all the time now, you don't, no one speaks down there.
Yeah.
Because I think that van being there, they do it on the H4 above the A5, he sits up there as well, doesn't he? Yeah. And further down, they do it with, because I see it on the Sunday morning, all the bikes get on the A5 and flash up the A5 and go up to Super Sausage.
Yeah.
And they catch them just on that first bridge at the bottom of the A5. I'm like, oh,
I think the trick is to send somebody up and down basically to make sure there's nobody there, and then it lets everybody know, and then obviously
but that was the thing, wasn't it? You used to drive and put your thumb down, didn't you, if there was someone coming towards you?
The thing is, you try and do that now for people, and I still do it if I see someone when I'm driving.
Not everyone understands what it is.
If you flash your lights or give them a thumbs down, no one knows what it is. Probably the only people who know it.
I didn't know thumbs down, I must admit.
If it's a hot summer's day,
in the day, that's what
just
it
used
was.
to literally hang your thing out and do that. Most people would understand it, but nowadays...
Because I was coming out of Olney the other day, and as I was coming out, there was there's like a row of houses on on the road out of Olney.
Yeah.
Just past a row of houses, there's like a car park, and there's a van sat there.
Yeah.
And as we're coming out of Olney, this car's flashing everybody, and I was like, I know what's happening here because there's going to be a speed camera. But the car that was in front of me was a police car.
Oh no!
And they were flashing everyone, but he didn't do anything. He didn't turn around or anything. So, you got to be careful.
Yeah. Because you could get done for warning others then.
Yeah.
Ain't got a chance.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, none of that from me now. I try not to. Mm-hmm. I mean, my lad's pretty good at all that as well. It's because again, if you lose, I think we just pass your test. If you lose your license, if you get points,
is it 2 or 3 years?
2 years, is it?
6 points.
6 points, you lose your
license. Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, I don't think he speeds, but he gets there pretty quick, which we all like. Have that thrill, the acceleration, and that. He's got a 1.4 TSI Golf.
Oh, nice.
That's a nippy little thing, that is. So jump in that. I mean, my whole thing, 130 brake horse, I thought was quick enough. This is like 150 brake horse. I'm like, crikey, it's too much car for a young driver.
Yeah. So what's he, 19, are they?
18.
18.
Yeah. So, but he insists on getting this motor. He
what was the insurance like on a 1.4?
It was about $3,500 that. Because he bought. We had the Kia. They had the Kia, and he'd done his testing now. Took him down for the test. But once you had a learner driver policy, which was about 250 quid.
Yeah.
But when you pass your test, it's void.
Yeah.
So he's passed his test. We're in the car park. I'm like, fuck, can't go home.
Yeah.
So sorted the insurance out. It was like $2,500 with a black box and the rest of it. And then he found one for like 1,700 quid a few weeks later. And I said, look, if you pass your test, I'll pay for you. Because it's 6 months to wait for all that. There's another rant, all that. Carve up that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the test to 6 months thing. I mean, that's just...
It is disgusting.
So I need him to pass, really. I didn't want to go through all that with him again. So we got insurance sorted out. He found one cheaper without a black box. So he chopped that in, changed that. Probably lost about 400 or 500 quid. So it was about 1,700 quid. But then he found this car. He wanted to get this Golf R-Line thing he looked at. There's loads of 2 litres for sale, but not many 1.4s because all the youngsters want them, don't they?
Yeah.
He'd found one in St Albans, which was Luton. So I said, you ain't fucking buying that. Then he found
certain places you do not buy cars from.
Then he found one in Windsor, which was Slough, and I went, no, you're not fucking buying that. But then he found another one in St Albans and went to see this guy and had to go along. He'd done his research, to be fair. Said to the guy, look, just look me in the eye, shake my hand, mate, and tell me this is straight. And it is, straight. It was a good car. It's got that. Drove home in that. I drove that back to an automatic. He'd never driven an automatic. And you've been driving 6 weeks. You want to buy this motor, 150 brake horse automatic. But I drove it back halfway and then he jumped in. But no, he buzzes around that, loves it. It's a great car. Cool. It's a really nice motor.
Good for him.
And me getting in it, it's all paddle shifts and shit like that as well, isn't it? It's all fully loaded compared to my old thing. I get in that thinking, maybe I should get a new motor. Or maybe I shouldn't just drive anything new and give me that. But that's it really with that.
Cool. Right, so I think we're pretty much done with it. Questions,
definitely.
Yeah. Right, so just obviously, thank you for coming on. But just before we do wrap up, I put a deposit down on a Mustang yesterday.
Did you?
No way.
Yeah. Shit myself.
How old's that?
It's 2011.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but it's the facelift model as well. So it's 305 brake horsepower.
Fuck.
And you'll use about all 5 of those.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it was
it's
lovely.
the wrong time of year to be buying something like that, this weather.
Well, it is.
You'll be spinning that.
He don't drive fast enough.
Yeah, my BMW's rear wheel drive, and it's it's quick.
Is that going then?
Hopefully. Yeah. Won't buy it.
That's a plug.
Yeah, no, so when me and Dave went and test drove it yesterday, and he basically said, if you don't buy this, I won't buy it.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said it was everything was spot on it. It looked as good as it drove. And
what colour is that?
Black.
Oh, nice.
Black with black wheels. It's got real nice interior on it. All checkered leather interior.
Check you out.
That's exciting then.
Yeah, it is a bit exciting.
When did you get that?
It'll either be this weekend coming or the following weekend.
Right.
Yeah. So got to sort some funds out tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll always delete this if it doesn't happen. But I just got to sort some pennies out. It's not that much more in insurance, which is I was kind of, I thought it might be because it's left-hand drive and.
Oh, is it left-hand drive?
Yeah, it's Mustang, isn't it?
Oh, of course, the early ones were, weren't they?
Yeah, obviously Chris's right-hand drive, but that shape.
But do they do kits to convert them, like with the Westies and that? You can do a kit.
From everyone I've spoke to, within like 11 miles, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, I drive the Campervan. You don't.
Although when you said about your missus. Yeah, driving on the.
Well, you're going to know it in that because that's a wide old motor.
It's wide, but where we took it for a test drive, where you sat, obviously you feel like you're on the wrong, like hanging too far over, which you wasn't. But, yeah. It was true. It was lovely.
I think someone told me that the idea is in your corner of your windscreen, that corner's got to be on that like white line on the side of the road. I mean, never sort of really tried it out, and that's how you gauge if you're far enough over.
What my eldest daughter said, that the curb should be in the middle of your windscreen.
Right.
That's how you know you're in the.
Okay.
So if you're on the right, and you drive, and the curb or that side is in the middle of your windscreen, that's how you know you're dead centre on your side of the road.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. All right.
So you'll just have to do it the other way around.
The opposite way. But yeah, it's going to be
insurance dearer then because it's left hand.
A little bit, not much more. It's so the BMW.
This is going to be your daily, is it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Nice. So. But the BMW is really juicy anyway, so that side of it's, isn't really a problem. But
see, I've never found that as well, because I don't do the miles. They're like, people go, what's it do to the gallons? I was like, well, it don't really matter, because I don't do the miles.
I think it's about 14 to the gallon.
Is it?
Yeah. But, but the BMW is about 18.
Right.
Is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that Audi was.
We'll worry about that later.
Around a 20. yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so. Yeah, but the tax is cheaper than the BMW. This is £195 tax, where the BMW is 200 and something.
Yeah, see, again, I never used to agree with that because, again, I didn't do the miles. I think, why don't they put it on fuel?
I think they are looking at changing it to per mile, aren't they? Which for you, who's doing 1,000 miles a week.
But you're using the roads, aren't you? Yeah. Where I ain't, and I'm still paying.
I think when it comes to me, because it's company car tax, I think it will all they'll look at an average on ours and it will kind of get absorbed. We'll pay more tax ultimately and it'll come out of our wages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But that's not coming in for like 3-4 years.
I don't think it will come in either. I don't think it should.
I pay 180 quid around that money on that Golf, and yet I do 1,000 miles a year.
Because there was a thing with that. If you buy a car, you can't MOT it for the first 3 years if you buy a brand new car because it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
How are they going to keep track on your mileage?
Oh, I caught a bit of that on the news.
Yeah, so I watched a video on it, and basically what they want you to do is do like a self-assist. So basically, for you to say you do 1,000 miles a week, you say over the next year I'm doing 1,000 miles a week. So they say, right, you're going to pay this, and then when it comes to the end of it, if you've done less, then you get a back date. Or rebate, sorry. Okay. If you've done more, then obviously you have to pay the difference.
So you basically pay up front almost, and then you get a
No, fuck that. No way.
I know, that's what
they do insurance policies like that. I think the Black Golf we've got is like it's not a limited mileage. Like for the Campervan, for example, I put in on 3,000 miles a year or whatever. I just do it on all the cars, but this one has got a little box that plugs into the USB port. Miles better it is with one of the companies. So I've gone in for 4,000 miles a year. But if you go under, they give you a refund on the gas.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we've got. I think we got about 40 quid back last year or something like that. It's all negligible, really. But if you go over, then but it just covers you.
Yeah, no, it's good. That's how they should do it.
Yeah, I mean it's limited mileage on. I think our lad on his car is like 7,000 miles. He's probably going to be doing that because their new car wants to run around everywhere. Yeah. That's the thing. That's going to catch up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to that, because I think after we cancelled that insurance and bought a new one, he had to pay a lump sum of whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think for the year, it would probably work out about $3,500 for that, which is mad, isn't it? Really?
It is,
It's just crazy money, that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Just getting crippled, aren't they, these kids?
Yep. Yeah.
Right, shall we wrap that up?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so you do your little bit. Do you remember?
It's been so long, Like, comment, subscribe. Anything you want to see on the podcast, drop us a comment.
Yep, and there's merch available. Just drop us a message and we'll sort it out for you. And we will see you next week, I suppose. Right, thank you very much. Cheers,
mate.
Thanks, enjoyed
that.
Fun.
No, that was fun. Thank you for doing the card trick as well. I didn't want to put you on the spot.
That blew my mind, that did. So much so I dribbled. I was trying to figure it out and I was like...